So, when we last left off, you guys had successfully destroyed the castle of Wittgenstein. In the process, destroying most of the family of the Wittgensteins, the local nobility and authority in this region, with some indication that you may have at least stopped the abuse and trouble of the local village. The refugees that have survived are thrilled and excited for having overthrown the authority in the area and set about returning to their daily tasks, rebuilding the town, recovering what supplies they can, and so forth. Over the course of the next couple of days, you first help out, providing some immediate aid, and then end up catching a barge which takes you, your choice, either north towards Kemperbad or south towards Grissenwald.
Well, question
Which
is,
one did you wish to do?
Do we want to go Altdorf or no?
Altdorf.
Okay, so Kemperbad would be the choice of where you guys go. Okay, so the friendly barge picks you guys up, drops you off maybe a day or so later at Kemperbad.
If you guys have anything from the castle that has the insignias and stuff, you should probably leave it behind. Because there's only witch hunters coming this way.
Did the longsword?
The castle dropping down.
Did the longsword have stuff on it?
That's a fair point.
The longsword?
Yeah, like
Those ceremonial family heirloom type things? Yes.
I hate
It's entirely up to
statue. Fine.
Yeah. And probably.
it's entirely up to you guys. You do whatever you want.
Fine, I'll
I'm
find.
just pointing that out.
Yes, by the time you guys get to Kemperbad, rumors of the destruction of Wittgenstein, of the castle, and influence of chaos, etc., are running rampant. Okay, the guards in the area are on high alert. There are a lot of the locals have already vacated the town and left. There's still some activity out in the bay where they have a recent shipwreck. They're still working on cleaning it up and returning to normal operations. But other than that, you've heard rumors of witch hunters descending on the area to investigate the destruction and so forth, to report back to Altdorf as soon as possible, whatever their findings are. They're looking for any and all information on the Wittgensteins and so forth. So
I guess on the river ride, I'll just dump the longsword into the river.
okay, mark it off.
Do we want to
I mean, hello is my company.
be in Kemperbad?
Yeah, I know, and I'm going to get
Do we want to be in
Falchion
Kemperbad
anyway. I'll just hang on to the axe.
What's it Falchion do for you?
It's got way better damage. It's the same
People
word
that are
as my
escaping the
axe,
town, we
but
don't hit
it's got
the
way
witch
better
hunters on the
damage,
way,
and it's a
And
sword.
we act like we've been in Kemperbad for a while.
There are not people. There aren't people escaping
Well, yeah,
Wittgendorf.
Yeah, but
Okay,
then
but
that's
there are,
no problem.
and most of the people in Kemperbad, the locals have already returned to their homes, etc. The Kemperbad itself, remember, it's a big. That's the town that's on top of the cliffs. It's relatively empty. Okay, I mean there are people there. The town is still operational and everything. That's it's not abandoned, but the other locals that are out there, there's a lot less people on the streets. And from the looks of it, they're not necessarily under any sort of martial law or established curfew, but there's a sense just in the air of, yeah, when it gets dark, take cover, go inside, etc. There's an air of suspicion and concern in the area.
Because of the witch hunters.
Because of the witch hunters and because of the chaos influence. If the chaos is causing problems, and the rumors are all across the board, anywhere from beastmen came out of the forest and destroyed the area, and they're heading north towards Kemperbad, to witch hunters are out here looking for any signs of people that might have done something to the Wittgendorfs, to, I mean, you name it, there's a rumor floating about with it. So all the locals are scared, justifiably, from the concerns. Anyways, the boat stops here. It's staying here for several days, and then heading east. So you guys are going to have to figure out your own arrangements to head north to Altdorf.
Okay. While I'm in Kemperbad, I would like to buy and sell a few things.
Okay.
Or we can get on a boat right now and you can buy and sell things at Altdorf.
I think that's a better idea.
Hanging out here for a long period of time is gonna be. I mean, let's see if we can find a boat. If we can't, then
Okay.
absolutely.
So
Okay.
You're gonna get a better price
the
than
physician
Altdorf anyway for
at
sale.
the town fixed
Yeah.
my
Selling
arm,
things.
my calf.
It's a big.
She
Yeah, but
splinted my
this
arm.
is
she
the
splinted your
armor.
arms properly. Yes. By the time you guys get to
No,
Altdorf, in about a week or so,
They build
everything will be healed.
weapons
Oh,
here,
okay.
And then
Okay.
they send them.
Barring any long-term problems that you'll have. That's not something she can avoid. That's purely a endurance roll versus the level of
We
difficulty.
rolled the endurance last game.
Did we?
Yeah.
Okay, then in that case you're fine.
Okay, it's just things have to heal. That's
Yeah,
fine.
it just takes time
I
to
was
heal.
just gonna take whatever actions I needed to
Other,
get my arm amputated.
she
and an engineering marvel. Or,
no, she told you to keep it clean and try to rest, stay off your arm,
yeah.
and you'll be fine. And so far, it seems to be healing. She gave you a handful of poultices and said keep the dung fresh every day.
I know how to deal with all that stuff.
I've been giving you dung every day.
Dung beetle.
Stop giving it to me.
You keep reminding him that interest is accumulating.
Uh-huh.
No, I don't remind him. It just is.
What we need to do is get dung beetle, and then we get infinite fertilizer.
forget.
Just not bring it up, alright?
Okay.
So everywhere we stop,
Donation to the church.
I'm actively whispering little gossips of the Wickendorf's guilt as we go.
Okay.
Just as
Yeah, many people are eager to hear stories and so forth, and just as eager to understand or to agree with and reinforce the stories.
I'll do similar from a religious perspective.
Okay.
And go to the churches and temples and stuff of Sigmar and tell the priests and stuff what happened and
Well, if they just did
Okay.
how we're the grand heroes. No, I won't do
how
that.
amazing my hero
But
is.
tell them that.
No, is that not?
Share the story of it.
No,
Yeah,
I
share the
was
stories.
Seemed
of it.
like
I
it
was-
was.
Okay.
thinking about something else.
So both of you give me a gossip check.
That's a natural skill.
Oh shit. 103. That's it. Probably are some few other skills I should probably.
That's gonna be
know.
good. 130.
Yep. Hegel and Yassia.
What'd you get?
130.
130, and you, Andy, you got
103.
103. Okay. Like I said, most of the lower class citizens are most interested in the rumors you're sharing. They eagerly listen to all the stories you care to share. Some of them leave firmly convinced that the Wittgendorfs are demons. Other ones don't believe it because nobility would never do anything wrong, and so forth. You're speaking with at least the priests of Kemperbad, sharing your conversations and everything.
Okay.
They readily take your reports and provide the feedback that spreading rumors about noble families is probably problematic and would probably get the Church of Sigmar in some significant trouble.
Fair enough.
Okay, so they caution you against that. For anybody of high class, they wouldn't take very, very kindly to that.
Okay.
Okay. Generally, the view is at the upper middle class and upper class levels, they're nobility. Again, they're the ones that set the laws, so how can they do anything wrong? Not that they necessarily, the priest here doesn't necessarily disagree with your conclusions. He just cautions you that spreading such rumors is just about equivalent to treason, because the emperor installed the Wittgendorfs and gave them power, and if they're doing something wrong, then it's a fault of the emperor, etc.
And he's faultless.
You know the most disturbing part about all this for me is every time we run into this like class issue, all I can think about is modern day India. That's all I can think about, and how India has these very similar issues
It's the
with
caste, man.
strata.
Yeah.
It's one of the last societies really on earth that have this problem.
Okay.
They have a caste system.
Who's looking for a boat while you guys are spreading rumors?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I will be looking for a boat.
Okay, give me
Would you like
a
an
haggle
escort?
roll.
A haggle roll.
Don't let him. He's gonna run off the
Me?
academy.
He's never run off and let us.
Would you like an
left us.
escort?
We
Wizard?
just drop him
Your
off and
guys'
don't pick him
job.
up.
You guys run off.
Right.
Hey, Wizard, would you like an escort?
No. Aha. 14.
Okay.
I will win the roll first.
You use a hero point already.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot spend tier 4 stuff until I become tier 4.
There you go.
Correct.
Yeah,
Like so,
that'll
like
do.
fellowship as
Cannot-
my stab bonus.
Yeah, you cannot get any of those.
Because the reason I asked. Never mind. Go ahead.
120? Okay. You're able to secure passage,
I want to try to get more upper class boatage, if possible.
upper class boatage. Okay.
With gold status and stuff.
Sure. You're able to secure status on a riverboat, not a cargo barge, but one that actually is designed to carry passengers. You can secure 2-person cabins at a total price to Altdorf of 4 gold apiece for the
Person
journey
or-
per person.
Okay.
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 Is your person here yet? Have we come across this person yet?
What?
He's still alive. Okay.
Yeah, it's Carter that died.
We gotta see
They just thought you died.
Yeah, I was all look the same. Anyway,
So I got more upper class that way. That way we're less suspicious hiding off in cargo boats heading off to Altworth. Plus it'll be faster.
Sure.
And we won't
They're
get
not
robbed
stopping
and stabbed
anywhere.
in our sleep.
1, 2, 3.
The boat is
I don't have that much money, man.
the boat is the Kraken. The
Like,
boat's the Kraken tail.
Okay.
Okay. It leaves tomorrow morning at first light.
Okay.
No, right? So you can do what you
trying to
want.
find a fence.
Okay. Yeah, you're off trying to sell things. You're trying to sell things.
Oh, did you need some money?
Assuming
Yeah.
He
Falls
he
out,
is
right?
he's off doing his thing. You're doing your thing, because the general impression I got was people were somewhat in a rush.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you guys, when you gather back at an inn or whatever for the night, you can compare notes and so forth. But for the afternoon, you're spreading rumors. He's spreading rumors. He's he's securing passage. He's off on his own, doing elvish things.
I need to be pampered a little bit, so wherever I stay tonight will be
Nicer.
higher and
That's fine. That's
I
fine.
mean, I understand, but at the same
And we
time,
do-
damn, dude.
and just so you know, we still have 34 gold in the group pot.
Yeah, you guys got money
We're not poor,
for now.
so right. I mean, I could have been way richer if that hammer would have sold. I would have melted down. I mean, hey, I'm glad you got your hammer back.
Yeah.
How much does he owe you still?
A lot.
How much?
Over 100 gold.
Seriously?
With interest, it goes up fast.
Okay.
That's out of
None of
game.
your
That's out of
business,
game. That's out of game,
My
by the way.
financials are none
Okay.
of your business.
That's not your character.
Yeah.
I told
Anyway.
him if I won
It's
the-
rude to ask a man about his financials.
So you're off looking at a fence.
So,
Yes, looking for a fence.
It is.
Okay.
I'm
Now,
going to,
are you willing to sell regardless before you make the haggle roll?
Because of what I'm carrying and the heat it could bring me, yes.
Okay.
So,
So you're finding the best price you can in the limited time you have,
Correct.
regardless of what that is. You're going to sell it.
yep.
Okay, that's fine. So
I'm not selling the dagger. Everything else is.
okay. So do you have a list of what it is that I gave you?
I think that's Carter.
yeah, that's
Carter.
probably Carter.
Okay. Let me get back to
While he's doing that, he's doing
Wittgenstein.
my buddy
And you
Nick
got all
got
this
murdered.
from her bedroom?
The first
Down in
thing
my
I got
right
from the
now.
backpack down in
With the super
the
rich
crypt there
riches.
was 3
Oh,
gems.
that's right. You found it. You were all over finding things.
He's not made
See?
it.
That's why I said you would be good as a thief.
Borrow.
Okay.
And he was just like,
He's not going anywhere.
Let's see.
he's not going anywhere with it, but it's just like,
Oh.
he put it on, he was like, it was the nicest watch he's ever seen, but he's like, this watch is worth more than I am as a person. And it just, it's
Yeah.
such an obscene
entrance.
wealth thing.
Someday I hope I'm on the scene.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Not for watches, mind you.
Yeah, no, blowing hookers, but,
Wait, what?
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 I don't know what you're talking about.
Back.
Hey, Carter.
Hey there.
Nice of you to finally join us.
And Carter's dead.
That was that quick, man. You fell off the boat.
I do the marching band things. I'm kidding.
It was funny because Valerie was like, "Oh, I forgot there was a marching band thing." I said, "You get to forget that there's a marching band."
That's
thing
right, we do.
Until UV starts marching.
This is now.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be there.
42.
I'm not gonna be there.
That's what?
Here's my new
Wait, no, this is
character.
Okay, I'm fine with it.
That's my face.
I,
This.
Remember that next time you die, just
if you feel the need to cheat on the game, then you've failed to identify the whole point of
I
playing.
succeeded in getting what I wanted.
I don't really care. I'm beyond the point of overlooking everybody.
He rolled a wizard again, and he's like, "I do not want a wizard."
You could drop his odds to 1 in 4.
I don't want it.
Hey, I have
I
to
got
did
what I
get
wanted.
one apprentice, so
On my second, on my
And
two other
we don't
rolls,
talk about the other two.
on my two other rolls though, I did get the one I was talking about to you for that.
Okay, so let me just add
I
the
don't
math.
remember what you're talking about.
How much is healing
But
drop?
I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh, very
Getting
nice.
routes.
Yeah. Because I used all 3 of mine during the castle.
Oh, awesome.
Okay, you're going to sell all 3 of those?
Fear of dead men.
Actually, I only want to sell one.
Okay. And what else did you have?
A ton of things. I have a gold choker. If
Yeah.
something does not have some identification marks on it, I'd like to know before I sell it.
Those three stones initially do not have any identification marks.
Probably should have kept all of them. But, oh, well, I sold one.
Okay.
Deflect requires.
So the gold choker,
Okay.
which was in her bedroom, it was not on her.
Right.
The only thing I got off her was some sort of a
They were all
custom
like
choker, I
silver.
think.
She had a gold choker, ruby earrings, and a tiara.
gold and emerald tiara.
Yeah.
Okay. I got all 3 of those things.
Okay.
The gem encrusted choker was the thing I did not get off her. I got
So
that
it
from
sounds
her.
like there's
See,
more
I've been
things.
lying.
I think.
No, they were all in the bedroom.
Okay.
They were in her jewelry box.
I got something off her specifically though.
Let me
The
check.
dagger. The dagger. I got the dagger.
Probably.
off her.
And you said you're keeping the dagger.
Yes.
Okay. Now all 4 of those you suspect would probably be recognizable.
All 4 of the gold chokers, the gold. Okay, I saw them all.
Okay. I mean, including the dagger.
I'm keeping the dagger.
Okay, that's fine. You're welcome to, but given that it was personal artifacts of her, it's going to be decorated such that somebody who knew her likely would recognize it.
So I'll be trying to find somebody to modify
So
that.
I
somehow.
am going to be switching
Oh, I really need
Okay.
the blade, right? I don't really need the handle.
the
right?
career
Well,
card.
no, you probably need the whole thing. It's all manufactured together or
One that
crafted
doesn't
together.
need-
I mean-
need to have
But
a unit.
I'm going by the Rolemaster version. Rolemaster version is the material is what gives you the bonus.
I have to defend a
It depends if it has
certain
magical
person
qualities or other effects. You dismantle it, who knows what you get. I mean, yeah, you have the
And
metal
the
value, and you
bonus
could
of being a
trade that
guard
in for
is
something else
you don't need to
equivalent,
get any
but that's not
NPCs.
quite the same.
Are we gonna be in Kimberbad for a few
Okay,
days?
so
Next morning is when the boat.
I got no odd feelings from any of these items, did I?
And I already have.
do you
all
have
the
a
stuff
talent or
that-
anything along those
all
lines?
the trappings
Okay, so
for
no,
each
you didn't
level
get any
from-
odd feelings
I
from
already
it.
have all the requirements.
If you care to share with other people, they may have some odd feelings.
People.
The dagger would have been, at least at the beginning, would have been obvious on me.
Okay.
So I don't know if anybody
I
had.
can poke it and figure out stuff if that's what you prefer. You can keep it if you want. But
Okay. So give me a haggle roll.
I'm going to re-roll that.
Okay.
Just
So I rolled open-ended, but still only rolled an 18 in the second roll. But it's haggle.
Just a second.
He's I'm not my dwarf.
Yeah.
All right. 153.
153. Nice.
Well, I rolled a 98 and an 18.
This confused me.
I thought it was.
If I were my dwarf, that still would be sad. But
Okay. I just sent you a text for how much money you get for those items.
okay.
I have a question for a different career. It says the trappings is a buckler, but I already have an actual normal shield. Does that mean I have to go down for buckler?
Yeah, you just have to acquire a buckler. The
Yeah,
the
but the thing is, the first one requires a buckler, but the next one requires a shield. But that would mean I would go
yeah,
down.
so you just
one.
temporarily use a buckler because the training is based around that gear.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, you can have a shield in addition to a buckler. You just need a buckler to learn the basics of the career.
Those trappings is about a week of downtime. It requires to change careers. Is you training with a person. You have to provide the gear for them to train you in that stuff.
Right. And then after that, you can switch to whatever you want. They don't care.
Okay.
So,
I'll need
okay.
to spend money and get a buckler.
Okay. Do you have any survival skills for whoever?
That was me.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get the skull, to clean the flesh off of it and stuff.
You don't want to have somebody in town do that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, how long did it take us to get on the boat from?
It took a day to get to the town you're currently at. I forget
Okay,
what the
no,
town
no.
is.
While we were in Wittendorf, I mean, I'm sure there was
You
somebody
you
there
guys
who
were-
could have cleaned it up.
You
real
guys
quick.
were well. They can clean it up and boil it so you have the skull.
Yeah,
That's
what I want.
easy.
That's all I want.
Okay, so you already have that. In
Okay.
Kemperbad, you guys have just arrived today. So he's off selling things. You're gossiping, haggling. What are the rest of you doing for
I
the
was
day?
selling stuff.
Okay, what are you
And
trying to
buying.
sell?
I've
And same thing. Are you?
I wasn't
He didn't haggle.
assuming it's just half price for
No,
equipment. No.
it's not. It depends on your haggle skill. They're going to try to get a better price than half.
They're gonna try to beat you.
Yeah.
in the long haul.
So if you're trying to sell things, make a commitment to what you're selling, and I'll tell you the best price you can get in town.
I was just gonna switch out my shield for a large shield. That was all I was doing, and then I was gonna buy a falchion.
Okay, both of those are subject to current prices and your ability to barter.
Get it, man. You good?
I have no haggle skill.
That's alright.
don't
You
know.
got fellowship.
Yeah.
Isn't that fellowship? Yeah.
That's how I've been succeeding in shit like that was fellowship.
Fellowship and hero points.
So just roll half. Or-
Sure.
Okay. So. Wait. 115.
115. Okay, so 50% and 100% is fine. So
The Minotaur Great Axe, there was nothing special about it, correct?
doesn't appear to be. I mean, it's fancy. Had a couple of feathers on it.
You want to touch it and figure out?
Yeah, please.
While they're messing around with the axe, if I happen to see there's a rifle, is it just the Haken rifle? Is that the only one? Because that's the only thing.
No,
I see
there's a
of.
regular rifle.
Just a regular rifle.
Huh?
If I
It's a
see
handgun.
one, I
It's
just
called a handgun, but it's actually a rifle.
gotcha.
Get it. You need a fucking musket. I want to see you double barrel something.
Blunderbuss man.
Now,
Blunderbuss.
now you don't really have time currently to go shopping.
No,
because
no.
you were-
I was just saying as I was walking back, if I happened to see one.
no.
I didn't think so.
I sent what I'm doing.
Okay.
Reload is 3.
I don't know what time
Bad.
it is.
There you go.
Turn
Okay.
I can detect whether or not it's magic
makes
and
sense.
what the
Yeah.
magical
Yeah, I mean,
property would be
musket, you
used
gotta
for.
put
I don't
it
get
in,
to know
put
what
some powder
the actual
in.
magic
Yep.
mechanic wise does,
Yeah,
or
that
what
is
it would
30
be used
actions.
for, or the type.
Put the
Okay.
powder in. Put the
So-
food in.
Yes, it has
Down.
dark magic in it.
Okay.
It has utility in combat.
It's a dark magic axe. Probably shouldn't use it, but it's helpful in combat.
So maybe you should use it.
Okay, thank you.
You might be able to get it blessed in the church.
That's what I was thinking. I wonder if I could purify
Okay.
it.
You can sell it. It's a
You might be able to get
How
it
much
purified, or
is
purify
a
you,
two-handed sword worth normally?
Two-handed sword is bastard sword is
Great sword.
There isn't a great sword on here. This is bad.
It'd be a zoom wielder.
Oh, the Zeal Wilder is 10 gold.
Swihender.
10 gold.
10 gold. Okay. So they will sharpen it and get it back into condition by the end of the day for 1 gold.
Can I borrow a gold?
He's off haggling and he's gossiping. He's elsewhere.
I was actually
So you find several blacksmiths that will do it for you. If you remember, there was a dwarven shop upstairs. They'll take care of it without any difficulty. They just require a gold up front.
Alright.
Expensive to have something
Get the
sharp.
gold from you.
No, it's completely repaired. It was a -10 sword.
Oh yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Those
We're not just cleaning it up from battle
Yeah, I'm getting
damage.
the leather in the handle
That's what I would have done with the longsword if it wasn't. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll come back when you do. And then, honestly, I forget the details of this other subquest that you have.
Yeah.
Well-
I didn't give the details. It's just I am just trying to find her and kill her.
Just randomly, or did the Thieves Guild ask you to do it?
I'll text you.
Okay.
Is this the old one?
He's like internally screaming, "Why did you say Thieves Guild?"
They already,
That's it. I know.
player to player, they're already aware.
I had no idea. I'm his father. I had no idea.
Well, outside of in character, nobody has any idea.
What his prior character
I
was
still
doing?
don't have any
Is that what
idea.
you're at?
No,
I think
apparently he's
it's
got a douchebag for a new character.
I think it's still the same character.
He just came back with
No,
no fingers.
he died.
No, you
Yeah,
Okay.
he died.
I took his fingers.
That's what I was wondering. It's
That's why I'm
Yeah.
confused as far as the details. So,
I was like,
I mean, and it's been like 4 months ago, so
Right.
I
Yeah,
don't really remember.
His
No,
Thieves
it's
Guild
different
character
character.
died.
different character. I was like, wait.
So,
did he just
send me
get
the
a-
details, and I'll remind myself what we were talking about. So,
I
meanwhile,
mean, unless he was sent by the Thieves
Carter,
Guild.
was there anything you wanted to do in Kemperbad while you guys are here?
He's not with us currently. He moved on to
dead.
the next
You're
life.
dead? Oh, okay. Well, you
Yeah.
don't get to do anything then.
Ah, shoot.
Okay.
He moved on to the next life.
I mean,
What is your character's career?
Engineer.
Engineer, okay. And what race and
Engineer.
I
Human.
wanted to
you're a
play
human
that character.
engineer?
And his name is Hope Trinket.
Hope Trinket? Okay. Okay.
Do you not remember this conversation in the Callisters?
I don't remember the name.
No, you never said the name.
Gay McSayer or something.
What I know
Oh,
what's cool about
my name is
the
Hope.
guard?
That's right.
The little image is literally him protecting a person.
Okay.
At least we have hope.
That's right. Not yet.
Well done. Let the puns begin.
And likely Hope will die.
Oh.
Probably.
Let vengeance destroy hope.
Yeah, we must
I
find
hope I can help him. Oh.
Hopefully he won't die.
Hope will be corrupted, and then Hope will be lost,
That's right.
and eventually Hope will die.
Well, and we'll find hope.
That's right.
And I'm the last.
That's right. And then you're the last hope after we kill your doppelganger.
And is your doomed condition death by puns?
No, it's death by thieves who want my stuff.
It wasn't me.
Okay. Okay, so you guys all meet back at one of the taverns. It is a silver a night, since you said you specifically wanted a nicer tavern.
Yep.
Per person.
Okay.
Up front, given that a lot of people have been leaving their rooms unpaid recently.
Are we at 2 to a room or just it's still silver?
It'll be two. They'll board you up two to a room, but it's still a silver per person.
Okay.
Is that coming out of the fund?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
When I get back to the group, let me know.
Okay, you're back to the group.
All right.
It's in the evening.
Okay.
Just wanna buy me some healing
We
drops.
didn't have
I
any
can
of
do a
his
couple of
soldiers
those.
with us when we were
That's
fighting
alright.
all the way through.
Right
No,
California,
I couldn't
Nope.
afford it.
They were outside with the refugees, so they were engaged, but they were outside.
So I have the
Did you
dagger
need
handle,
something?
by the way, is wrapped up
Not
as I can
currently,
possibly
no.
make.
Okay.
Okay.
I bought healing drops anyway.
Me and you are good friends.
Okay, that works.
I give
Now, give me a perception check also.
blind or not.
At
Doesn't
least
matter.
from my character standpoint, you and me are good friends, along with him.
Currently set as a blind GM role.
That's
so
fine. Okay.
Even though I've been
You
dead
do
from the
know,
guns.
as you were asking around trying to find buyers for stuff, more than once, a few people were rather over interested in how an elf came by so much valuable stuff and took note of it for that.
Interested.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. I don't care.
Okay.
I come back to the group and give each member of the group 10 gold.
What?
Thank you, I guess.
I hope you kept some of this for yourself.
Who gave me potions?
I did.
How many?
All of them.
pay you for the potions. I think it was 2 at
Yep,
least.
it was. Two.
I healed
I
you
think I gave
multiple
him
times
potions
during the
also,
whole
but you-
campaign.
I don't
That,
need
if
to
you're
buy
taking
the
that into
I gave you potions.
You did.
Elves know where to look
me
for the
and
loot.
the priest. Yeah,
I
me
did
and the
wanna
priest
look at
both healed you numerous times during the whole campaign.
Okay.
Well, can't assault.
So for the two, okay.
Yeah, I get reimbursed you for your
That's fine.
Okay.
Six.
That was
That
in
was just-
the
is that on top of the 10?
library.
That was
Yes.
just it?
On
Oh,
top
man,
of it.
all right.
Okay.
What did that?
The potions?
Yeah, what are they?
Potions
Five
are
They're two
Fi-
for
10
1
silver.
gold. They're 10 silver.
That's it?
Yeah.
I give you
Okay.
5 gold.
Okay.
Give me.
So you've got 15.
I could just read the language.
Priest.
Yeah, that I'm not worried about that. Okay,
Yes.
give me 6 D10 rolls.
And I think he healed me as well, so I will give, and I'm talking spell like you healed me, so I'll give you 5 gold extra.
You can keep the 5 gold.
Okay. And I'll go ahead, since both of you bandaged me, I'll give you both 5 more gold.
Well, I think
Gracias, mi amigos.
So
I've
that's
learned
all,
another
10,
language
20,
with
30,
that
40,
money.
50,
You want me to just
65 gold gone.
Man, you got really, really
You can just
fast
roll
from
6
that.
D10 and
Oh,
I'll see the dice.
Humans don't hide their wealth very well.
Yeah. I
Once
guess
you
not.
roll, if you click on the result,
Yeah, I know.
it
I just
expands.
I just
I think
didn't
it
know
must
if
be
you
part
preferred.
I don't
you
need the
like
total, I
roll
just need
really
the
hard?
dice results.
Yes.
Okay.
Open-ended.
So,
Open-ended. Yeah.
1 and 10.
Now watch, all those rolls
4 of them
ones.
have a variety of petty magic spells,
Wait, what was it?
relatively
Is it
minor
0,
results.
0, 0?
Each book
I know my percent.
I'll send you the value for.
Okay.
If I mean, you know roughly what they would be. One of them is arcane, and one of them is a book on necromancy.
Okay.
Okay.
Watch next combat. He's going to take all the
And I-
money away.
I'll let the group know. I may have been seen or made note of when haggling to sell the items that I took from the castle.
Mhm.
So,
So we shouldn't stay long.
correct.
We have a vote in the morning.
We had to
You
pay for the
have-
boat up front, right?
Oh
George?
wait, I need to go back to that.
Yes, we'll have to pay for the vote probably up front. I didn't pay for it yet
Oh, good.
because
That was-
I didn't know if we were actually going to go on this boat or someone was getting distracted for a week.
We'll pay when we get there. When we get down to the docks. Then I'm glad. Last time somebody paid ahead of time, they got
How many schools of magic are there? 10?
I don't think there's 10.
Six.
Six. That's what I was
Six
thinking.
or
7, I believe. I think there is 7.
6 or 7.
But I'll look. There's 7, and then there's also like
the evenings.
then you have the Chaos God one.
So that's unincluded.
There's edge magic and stuff.
Hedge magic uses the same school.
We just paid him.
Yeah.
5,
Only
6,
Petty.
7, 8.
8. Okay, so roll a D8 and re-roll on an 8.
Let's go for fire.
Still did. One of them's the
Okay.
metal.
Whatever number
Just feel
6
like
is
I
on
need
the
to
list.
Darn, that's not fire.
Build a,
Not fire?
a bard type character, just
Darn.
bard wizard.
Watch. It's gonna be a light.
Metal
I was
apocalypse.
upstairs.
Have you ever
This is
seen
my
that?
hometown.
Metal what?
Metal apocalypse.
Traveled all the way from
Metal
there,
Okay.
all the way to Golden Island.
It was on.
You want to see my sound?
Metalocalypse?
Yeah. It was it was on a nighttime Cartoon Network type thing. It was like definitely on,
Okay.
but
Okay.
one point.
And the arcane one has all of the
No.
no
It has a selection from that school.
that school.
Just
Not just
actually-
all of that.
Just that
school.
school.
Is it?
Yes, it's a book of that school only.
I was talking about if it had every
Norway
spell
destroyed.
from that.
No, it does not have every spell from that school. That would be worth far more.
It's so good. And it's,
No,
they put
it was
the
10
troll
gold
back to
per
sleep.
per
You've
casting
seen the one
number.
with the Norwegian
It was
troll that
one
wakes up because of
casting
techno,
number is what we said.
and they get dropped into the
I don't think so. I
That's
thought
what we said previously. Petty magic is 1 gold.
1 gold, yes.
1 gold
I've
base plus
I've
then
never
casting
actually truly
numbers. That's what we
watched
said
a full
previously.
episode of the show,
I can
I've only
change. I
seen
can
bits
change
and
the
pieces
prices
of it,
manually if that's
but it
what you
looks
wish.
amazing.
I was
But that's,
absolutely
Okay.
that's what we discussed.
Hey, Matt,
It wasn't
I hope
10
you
gold.
kept
Thing.
some
It wouldn't have
for
any
yourself.
spells.
You know,
That's the idea.
and they kept-
Okay, so yeah, we'll need to adjust this
Okay,
then.
You
I'll
must just
figure
have
out
like
how
100
to
gold
petty
for
magic
all
is.
that.
I guess
I
we
have
have to
I
change
have
how much
more
we are
gold than
paying
I've ever
for
had
that
in
metal.
every game.
Make those.
Good for you.
would make more.
Make those 25,
Okay.
and the petty magic 5.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
I was just telling him I like that he called the one
Actually,
metal. I
double
just
that
need to make it
because they
part of
also
character
include
wizard. I just
other
need
notes
metal.
and information
In every spell.
Okay, so
relative to casting and so forth.
10 for each petty.
That would be amazing.
50.
You stayed at home writing actual spells.
How do you want me to send you
I
my
had
Hero
every
Forge
intention of doing
character?
that with my goblins. Writing like
Share an email to me.
And then
Share the link in
we
email.
role played for like 2
Only your
days, and then
character's still
everybody stopped
alive.
role playing their characters, and I was like,
If only my character was still alive.
That's why I go with
I would have.
Okay.
That was the school.
That was what was the school?
Life.
Life? Oh, well, that would have been a helpful one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been plenty helpful, but then a chaos.
And then you
Knight
look foolish when
sacrifice
you're the only
would
one
have
doing
won,
it.
guys.
Well, you should have been stronger with life.
I need.
I was one arrow shot away.
You
That'd
you
be
were.
great if it was
You
before.
tried.
I
The
broke
elf
his
tried to
arm
save your
you.
life.
I
You should
broke
get
his
points
arm
for that.
you.
Okay, so let's see. You are reading books. I don't know. You were haggling for a boat. You're dead. You haggled. Everybody's back at the tavern at this point. The elf walks in, hands everybody a boatload of money.
10 gold.
thank you.
I mean, we go and have them draw me the warmest, cleanest,
Did you mark that
nicest
gold?
bath.
Okay.
Bring me some perfumes and
Okay.
stuff.
Add another
This-
silver for the night.
Yep, fine.
Ooh.
Just absolutely.
I'll.
I mean, it has been like 2 months since any of you have
And I'm
taken
covered
baths.
in every type of gross.
Okay.
Yeah.
So add another silver for everybody. Given the recent influx of cash, I'm going to make the general assumption you spend an extra 2 silver each eating and drinking well.
Oh yes.
Okay.
I'm not over exceeding
No,
like
I had-
alcohol.
What are you talking about? We've not gotten any money.
Okay.
Some of us.
Well, no, everybody just got 10 gold.
Oh, that is true.
That that's more money than most of you have seen in quite some time.
I was telling him, I was like, that whole time I was so over encumbered to begin with from armor and all this other shit. I didn't loot anything, so we got out of there and I had nothing. I was like,
That's your
this
hammer
sucks.
because I gave you bad.
The-
I dropped like
the-
5 gold worth of crap.
The elf got you covered.
Once we get to Oldworth.
Oh, what did you
Be fine.
leave behind?
A long sword.
I hope
Oh,
so.
I had my,
'Cause-
my whole bag was stuffed with noble
I'm in a
stuff.
bad
But
position.
that all
I've
got
been
dropped.
seeing that in Warriors.
So I don't know how much money that would have been worth.
Cannot.
Ah, you
Would
should've
you be
made the-
willing to take a long sword?
Okay.
I will buy you a
I'm trying
long
to sell
sword.
that battle axe.
So,
I just sent it.
he
I hadn't
informs
bought
you.
it yet, though.
you
Sorry.
okay, that's fine.
Game of Why brand is.
That's fine. He informs you he has passage on a boat with the relevant fees and so forth. So you guys will have to pay for that. I assume you don't have whatever cost it would have been for everybody, or did you already pay that?
I did not pay it.
Hand over your bag of daggers and say, "Here you go."
Yeah,
we'll be
I
good
don't, I
in the
don't
morning.
think it's worth. No, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
they
thought he was
don't.
coming out of the
I would
group
have to do
on
math.
it.
Plus,
They
probably
they don't
wouldn't
take they don't take daggers in trade. No. Okay. So assuming you can secure passage by morning, you're good to go as far as a boat.
Okay.
You have until then to do whatever. So your partying, drinking, etc. lasts till early in the morning. At which point you guys get some sleep, presumably. And in the morning you guys get up, gather your stuff. You reclaim your sword.
Yep. And yeah.
The dwarves inform you as they were cleaning it up. It is +5 non-magic, which adds into your skill above and beyond.
Nice.
Okay.
High steel or low steel.
Low steel.
Very nice.
So it's
Yeah, I
four.
figured
It's 4
this would
gold.
be nice. I wish we could have got both of
Okay.
them.
And he's not in the mix yet, so
Yeah.
we're good.
And
Right.
you dumped yours in the
Six.
water.
Six.
Yeah, we should find the
I don't
engineer
care.
at Oldworth instead of right now.
Yeah, we ain't looking for nobody at the moment.
We don't need anybody. Okay.
Should be 24 gold.
So shortly before dawn, you guys head out to the boat.
6 times 24. You said 4.
His soldiers. Not the
Oh,
not
yeah.
the primaries, his soldiers.
How many soldiers you got?
Unless you leave the soldiers behind.
3 currently.
Has there
I'm a-
been?
When we get to Altdorf, I'm going to have 4, assuming he's still
I
alive.
look at you and I keep and I ask,
Six.
rather than telling Sean, you keep talking about this wounded soldier of yours. What happened to him?
He's in Altdorf, recovering.
All right, everybody.
He got burnt to a
Okay.
crisp.
So
no,
be-
he's still alive. Hopefully.
Yeah,
With
but he ain't got no
the-
skin.
with the soldiers,
What are you
He was a-
talking
he
about?
was
He's
a
got
roasty
metal for
one.
skin.
with
With the soldier.
soldiers, we are 5 short. So I need.
Here, because
I
they're my
need-
soldiers, I will toss in the other 5.
Okay. So our group fund is depleted, friends.
Okay, so that brings you to 6 people, 8 people, 9 people with the boat. Okay. That's guy. The boat captain counts you guys all up. Says, "You guys are lucky. I only had 9 slots.
Oh, good.
Good thing you didn't have anybody else.
Yeah, we won't
So-
push them overboard.
Get on board."
So lucky. Oh my goodness.
One of these guys in heavy armor.
Isn't
Wow,
there somebody
wait.
you can talk to?
I love how there's the polar
He's
opposite
okay.
of my character, and
Yeah, he's been
he's
Unless-
birds and money.
Yeah, I've been
Complete
sending
polar
money to him
opposites.
every time
So,
I've had.
You climb on board. It's a pleasant enough boat, a bit run down and so forth, but certainly comfortable. There's a large cabin in the center for food and so forth. There is a rather surly-looking female inside, banging pots and pans around, cooking different things. And most of the seating and so forth is a couple of chairs out front on the bow around a table where there's another human already sitting.
Is there a lounge
But yeah,
anywhere?
I've already
No, there is no lounge. This is not a party boat or anything like that.
All right.
He
10 gold.
goes ahead and secures your passage. Says you guys are good. We're heading to Altdorf.
Yay!
So-
Maybe.
And shortly thereafter, after all your stuff is loaded up, he goes ahead and pushes off and starts cruising down the river. You guys spend the next week cruising down the river, getting to know the boat captain, the cook, who seems to only talk in grumbles and murmurs, although the food is passably decent. And the other passenger on the boat, a human engineer currently heading to Altdorf to sell his wares and get gainful employment and so forth. Seems very eager to listen to all your would-be stories and rumors and so forth, listening in on all the different possibilities you guys have.
What kind of wares you got?
A hammer and spikes.
You got overwear?
Did
Maybe
send you that.
some underwear?
I saw that. You have not heard of anything related to her.
Fucking George immediately looked at me like, hammer and spikes. I'm like,
That's what we need.
Okay.
can
And-
you turn
Hopefully I was
this
right first.
Minotaur skull into a shoulder
Is
pad?
that you?
What?
Can I make
Oh.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
yours.
Oh, okay.
can I make an engineering check to turn his Minotaur skull into
It's a roll.
a shoulder
so.
pad?
No.
No, I cannot.
You need to think engineering in terms of mechanics,
Oh,
mechanical
rifles.
engineering, things like that.
Turn this.
Can I use art? I have art.
Sure.
from
Do you have good
your
training?
console
Reroll.
I'll re-roll.
into a helmet that talks.
How many did you spend into fortune?
I have 4, but I also have luck, which gives me 5. So, can I borrow that pencil?
I only started with 2.
Okay.
You're human. You should. Well, you,
And you blow the boat up.
If you
So-
I
saw
don't know
Max
what this
comment,
is, but it's a lot.
whisper
started
to
with-
me.
I think they.
If not,
I did
get
not.
like 2
he's
2 with
asking
a
me to
bonus.
identify the
Yeah, let me-
dagger and
let
the
me
two
see.
gemstones.
Okay.
On the.
114.
114. Okay. He pretties it up. Looks a little bit more abstract.
Horns are turned around.
Doesn't seem to have any particularly great skill.
No.
But he cleans off the bits of black that are growing on it and things like that, and sharpens the horns and so forth. It's a little bit more
It's a
intimidating.
successful mount, too.
Sure.
Yeah.
My dude looks more and more savage every time we do something.
Okay.
Engineering master.
The stones are not notable. They're other than value. Okay. The dagger has necromantic magic.
Okay.
Useful in life keeping.
Interesting. Life keeping?
Uh huh.
The necromantic is evil, correct?
Yes. If it's not, unless it's Lord Death, and because necromancy and Lord Death are two different things. I assume it's necromancy, so that's the more witch side of magic. So.
Gotcha.
Okay. A week later, having a pleasant enough ride on the boat. You guys pull into Altdorf, having gained your choice of 1 resilience or 1 fate.
Oh, do I get that too?
No,
5 fate points.
you do not get that as a new character.
Will.
Your choice.
I'm doing fate. I'm doing fate.
Which one allows me the rerolls?
Rerolls or fate.
Fate.
Resilience lets you ignore conditions and things like that.
Yeah.
Good news, I can die again.
Fate lets you keep yourself alive.
It does.
Not spend a single fate this campaign.
Species.
I immediately
I think
reroll.
I think you spent 1.
Yeah, I'll take a fate. I have one.
I do too.
I got another one.
3 of us are like, we have one again.
Okay.
Really? You were 0?
Yeah, I used my last one. Remember,
Yeah,
I went
a
down
lot of
against
people
the
went
Vancouver.
through quite a few.
Oh, wow.
What is that for exactly?
Fate?
The,
Let you reroll.
no.
I use.
What did
Why
you
are
get
we
it
getting
from?
it? Is what he said.
What did you get that from?
Yeah.
From finishing the chapter.
Okay. Thank
Just
you.
being awesome.
While we're on the boat.
For taking a casual cruise on a boat for a week.
Yes, that is what I was mainly getting at.
No.
Can I have
I,
them
I
fact-
wooed the lady
Well, I
cooking
don't have
the
to worry
food.
about it because I already have 7.
Engineer,
Yeah.
can you fashion a sheath for me?
We heard this.
I'll make another art check to fashion a sheet.
Well, do you have crafting?
I have trade engineer, and I also have lore engineer,
Straight
and I have
engineer.
language classical, and I have language wastelander and language
Okay.
Bretonnian.
Roll
None
your
of that was the question.
roll your engineer.
Oh, you can
Okay.
speak. You can speak my language.
Now they're both talking.
So I rolled terrible, so 62.
Okay. He shows you how to wrap the sword up in some rope and strap it to your back. It holds nice and well. You're just not sure how quickly you're going to be able to get it out.
He's attacking people with a
You're welcome.
I'm gonna go get someone to fashion me a
Bludgeoning.
sheath for an alt.
That's fine. I mean, you have a week while he tries to work on it. Doesn't seem to really be his forte.
You're welcome.
Okay. So, you guys pull into Altdorf. Altdorf, city of wonders of the empire. It seems to be a buzz with activity. People everywhere, far more numerous than all the previous places. You guys pull in. The boat captain bids you all farewell, and you all disembark. He continues on his journeys, and you guys are free to do whatever you wish.
I'm taking it you're running to the college immediately.
Well, we got to get a tavern first, so
Okay.
we can meet up.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting at.
This time.
That's what I was getting at.
Can I go to the engineering
I
guild?
was seriously tempted.
You can.
But
They have a branch here.
If we're spending at least a week here,
Okay.
I'm going to be retraining.
Hey, engineering guy, you want to wait and are you going to join up with us? Are you going to be?
You guys have been discussing for a week.
Okay.
I'm going to make the general assumption that their adventures sound interesting, exciting, and not at all dangerous.
Right.
So you're ready to sign up with them.
More materials to build with.
That's right.
Can you build something with fingers?
That's a bit above my level.
I just didn't want you to run up to Engineers Guild before we got a room at a tavern, so you knew where to meet up. That's all.
Sailors and wizards.
4 characters, 5 characters. This is just sort of how many of you lost.
Yeah, you
So we lost 5 characters.
Some of you have survived all of it.
Keep in
You
mind
also
they were
only
low
had
level
0 fate
characters.
points.
They were,
I'm not
yeah,
bragging
keep
about
in
it.
mind, they were like level 1 characters that just started.
Okay. So after securing a nice inn, I'm
No,
assuming.
Like,
About the same, yeah,
two
yeah.
characters.
A decent end, yeah.
Okay. Well, prices here are more expensive than the other town. So if you want a basic inn,
Okay,
it'll cost you a
never
silver.
mind. I'm trying
If
to
you
make
want
it
a
better
good
for you.
quality inn, as appropriate to your stature,
Well, I don't have the same stature.
well,
We should get a higher.
Mine's lower than his.
as appropriate to their statures,
Yeah.
then
Golden Knight.
you're looking at 4 silver a night.
4 silver a night.
Oh
Okay.
my god, we're gonna be here
So-
a week.
Well, are we staying for a week? Is that the idea?
If we are,
I would stay for longer.
please,
Maybe we
please
I-
let me know if we are, because I am
Let me know what your current gold status is. Gold 1 and
I'm silver 3.
silver 3. Okay. So functionally, to maintain your status, that's what you need to spend in a week.
Right.
Okay. So you can get by with a low quality room because it's still clean and you get food.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. you're going to be a little bit higher. So 2 silver a night to maintain gold status is reasonable. Okay. Now, if you guys are feeling flush with cash because you have a lot of money,
No.
by all means, go higher.
Not yet.
Okay.
Soon.
Alternatively, some of you who are lower class and get by with lower quality are free to spread out across the city, but be aware that may hamper you if somebody needs to leave town quickly.
Why are you looking at me?
Not that that's ever happened.
I know.
So
Okay.
ultimately,
I'm broke.
Oh, I had a.
I'm not a rich.
There it is.
Let's see.
You're not as successful.
Okay,
Oh,
this
okay.
was one of the handouts that you guys had gotten. That letter that you were having great difficulty reading
Oh, okay.
because of all the writing. I rewrote it so that it's actually legible.
it was
Um,
kind of.
The other thing, and I think I gave this to you guys, I'm not 100% sure. At one point, I think you guys were wandering around, you found a note in one of your bags. Didn't have any clue as to how it got there.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, that time.
I don't remember whether that was the case or not.
I'm pretty
This
sure
is
you
that
did
note.
give it to
I
us.
think it was in my bag.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
it
I'll
was.
I think
reread
it was
this.
in his
was-
bag.
Why not?
It was in your bag.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
Let me reread this now that I can actually read it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it should be legible now.
My dearest sister, I've got so much to tell you, I really don't know where to begin. You just don't know what you're missing. Stuck in that old castle. I mean, I enjoy mutilating peasants as much as the next man, but after a few months, the feeling of deja vu is just too tedious for words. Life in Middenheim, on the other hand, or should I say Claw, is just wonderful. I've lost count of the number of simply scandalous parties I've been to this week, and I've been positively swept off my feet. Now, after all these years of living like a recluse, hiding one's light under a bushel, so to speak, it's such a relief to let everything hang out. This dude had to have been a fucking werewolf. You've no idea the sort of context I've made. In every sense of the expression, hanger be praised. Hanger? Who the oh, changer. Changer be praised. No, look. Close, open, close, right?
Yeah, that.
So,
slight mistake.
yeah, it's fine. Changer be praised. Apparently this, no, okay, so it started over here in every sense. Okay. And there are so many important and influential people flocking to the cause. Hold on, it's just, whatever. And there are so many important and influential people flocking to the cause. You'd never guess, but your baby brother has made quite an impression on the inner circle here. And I've already been put in charge of organizing something special for next year's Hexenstag celebrations. I'll write and tell you all about it. Perhaps I can even persuade you to make the journey to see it for yourself. Well, I must dash now. I've got to get made up for tonight's bash. Must look my best for the guest of honor. Your loving brother, Gotthard.
So he's all the way up in Middenheim.
That's on the
Yep.
far right in the
Yeah,
height.
north. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in Midnight.
That was a letter you had found in.
The library.
Yeah, it was either in the library or later Lady Marguerite's bedroom.
Yeah.
It was in the library.
Okay.
I found it.
But I thought she called the creature that she was trying to resurrect Goddard.
God.
Commit crimes
Not-
now.
I know.
Not what.
All right.
This
Oh,
what,
it's
did
right.
he,
Yeah, I saw it.
No.
what did he call himself? He called
Goddard.
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 Right.
G-O-T-T-H-R-A-D.
Yeah.
The second one is a handout that you guys had found
Right.
sometime prior. It was like a week or two game time before you even gone to Wittgenstein.
Right.
Okay.
The person
You're
who was
gonna
trying to
like this.
resurrect
But the
him.
guy, what was
Goddard.
the name of the guy that
Was getting resurrected.
was getting resurrected that she screamed when he was dead? It
She
was a
didn't.
G. It was a G
She
name
did.
too. She did. She yelled out his name. She goes, "No!" Whatever his name was. I thought it was
I've gotten
Goddard.
several letters about him. I just can't remember what the
Okay.
name
I
is.
thought his name was
They're like-
Goddard. That's why
Oh
I
no,
confused.
that was she had called out the name of the guy who originally did the expedition to the Barren
Oh.
Hills
Yeah.
and had created the tower to the north.
Gotcha. Okay.
That was the name he
That
had
was
called.
it.
She had
Okay.
called out.
Cool.
But
Gotcha.
he was also the founder of the nobility house.
Gotcha.
Of
Was
Witching
that
Forest.
also?
All right.
He was a great wizard eventually.
Okay.
Thrasstein.
This one. My dear friend, things cannot be allowed to continue in this vein. The inner circle has too many other fish to fry to suffer such upset over an absconding magister impediment. This is your final warning. have the 20,000 gold crowns in Altdorf within the week, unless you prefer to take it to Middenheim personally. Do not attempt to abscond, or we will see to it that you live long enough to beg for the sweet release of death. We will be in touch. This must be a friend of yours. This is the kind of
This is
thing I
when
would
they
expect
assumed
from
you were the guy.
Oh no, mine will be not.
No, this was in my pouch.
Yes.
Yeah, it's when they assumed
Yeah.
you were that other.
Like I said, this was a few weeks before you guys had gone to Wittgendorf.
Yeah.
I don't think we have that much in the party. fund.
I don't have that much
No,
in my party fund.
but Middenheim.
Right.
I think the gods have given us our direction.
So
Yeah.
Marienburg.
Yes.
Let's
Right.
go to the opposite.
The good news is we'll go right by my old house because I'm from Middleweg.
All right, I'll put this in the stack.
Okay, so having reviewed those over the last week, the boat captain could care less. He doesn't even interact with you guys other than to give you food and that sort of stuff. The cook apparently doesn't speak. So you guys are otherwise safe. The engineer is very curious about it. Now that you guys are in Altdorf, it's early afternoon. You've located a tavern nearby, like I said, for 2 silver a night per person. Assuming everybody is staying there, again, they're asking for payment up front. And then you guys are free to do whatever you wish.
Could we get a tavern by the Wizard College?
Sure.
You can, but it's going to be a lot more expensive.
No.
Okay. I warned the group.
Okay.
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 So
He wants to get one by the Wizard College in the upscale portion of town.
Well, granted,
I mean, you-
went to college anyway.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that is
can
true.
you
They do
teleport from
accommodate.
there to here?
It doesn't go that far.
Okay, just making sure. I don't know how great of a teleport you
So
are.
now you don't have to pay for a full week or whatever time.
Right.
You don't have to make that decision,
Right.
but each night you pay in advance. Okay, so you're not necessarily committed for a long period.
So I'll repeat as before. The group fund is depleted, so everyone will have to cough up their own. If you need that money,
Okay.
let me know.
I'll throw 5 into the group fund.
Now, you don't necessarily need it, depending on what your course of action is today until this evening.
Right.
They have rooms. The
They'll be
innkeeper says he's not concerned. There's plenty of
Okay.
rooms right now.
Okay.
So if you guys want to check other accommodations, that's fine.
So for the first time, I would like to spend. So to go from the second to the third level, I have to find somebody, and
Mhm.
it's a week. Is that right?
Yep.
I would like to stay for 7 days if we can pull that off.
Yes,
Yeah,
I would
me
like
too.
to as
Can we
well.
stay for 14?
You know what? That's
We'll stay 2 weeks. I don't see a problem, unless the church, of course, tries to burn me at the stake, and then I'm leaving.
We'll wait till the 14th day to go talk to them.
Okay.
You laugh.
So
but
since
it's happened before.
since there's been
I don't know what you're talking about.
since there's somebody here saying that he's gonna leave if something happens, why don't we find some place down the river, up the river, whatever direction we choose to go that we can meet at?
I say we
That's
do
a-
the exact
that's a-
same thing we did last time. Where was that at?
just say somewhere north. No,
South.
we didn't do anything.
Which-
Somewhere in the direction
way-
that we were going.
Hold on.
Is which-
Yeah, which way towards Middenheim?
North.
It's the road. It's the north road.
It's the road, or we can take the river up pretty far
Yeah, we can
to
take the-
Grimmenhagen.
What's Middenheim?
So
Let's take the road. Let's go to Kutenholz.
What's
go.
Middenheim?
I'm from Middleweg.
Well, I would probably take the river, because it would be quicker and safer to Delbers, and then from there head to Midnight
Yeah.
Road.
About
That's what I would
However,
do.
if somebody has to depart quickly, I guarantee you they're probably not going to be able to get on the boat.
Or get that. Yeah.
So therefore, we're going to have to meet them where they're going to physically be able to
Yeah. If we leave as a group and everything's cool, then river. But if not, we should all meet in Kudenholz.
And check-in time daily will be. Check-in time daily.
I'm not an early guy,
We can't do check-ins. He'll
Yes,
be
you
at the
can.
college.
So what? He can leave. Send an
so he
emissary.
won't. He won't.
He'll
He
send an
won't.
emissary.
He won't.
We've been down this road.
I'm just stating.
He forgets we exist.
All I'm stating
Here,
is that
I'll check in at the tavern around possibly 10 p.m.
if someone doesn't check in, we will assume that they have had to leave under certain circumstances. In which case, we have to go road.
And we can leave messages saying
the
they had to
bartender.
leave with the bartender.
Yeah, sure.
And no matter what the message says, know that we were all headed to Kudenholz.
Yes. Sound like
we
a
do
plan.
all
Everybody
this in a
understand?
way that hopefully nobody's listening.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of it. No, listen.
I will
Oh,
try.
no.
I will try my best to check in each time of the time we
Okay.
designated.
So just
Just
meet
send a
for dinner.
runner,
I
dude.
mean, really, that's probably the best.
Sure.
thing
Meet
to
for
do.
lunch every day.
Yeah, we gotta pay for our rooms anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with them.
So
Sounds like a plan.
dinner time.
Okay. So
Supper.
everybody's going to gather for dinner at the tavern.
Yep.
Okay.
That way
So this afternoon, what do people want to do?
I'm gonna go attempt to find someone to craft me a sheath, or
Okay.
just go try to find someone that has a sheath.
Yeah, you can buy one off the shelves.
Next.
Yeah.
It's easy enough.
Okay.
Checking it.
I was
That-
going to go ahead and buy that buckler and then train to be a sentry for class level, so I could start being a guard, not soldier.
Shouldn't you check in with the local soldiery first?
You gotta check
You got-
on your dude.
I got a boy, man.
You-
Wait,
you-
yeah, I forgot about
You got
him.
burned.
First
I'm-
off, second off, you got to report because you've been off in the wilds doing soldier stuff.
Make sure you remember all the things you did.
Okay, first,
That one check.
I killed 13 soldiers.
You're gonna check in at the Wizard College.
Two members of nobility.
Get sleeping arrangements.
Are you?
My
Okay.
soldiery
I'm
has
gonna
like
go get
20%
my. I'm gonna go to the
survival
engineering
rates.
guild.
yes.
Okay.
License.
Okay.
Okay, first I'm
Do
going
you
to check
need
on
anything
Jonathan in
before- 'cause
the
if you're gonna travel
military
with-
hospital or
I'm talking about
Okay.
whatever it effectively.
armory, anything like
Okay.
that.
Give me a gather information roll.
Yeah, I don't want
Me?
to give you
Yes.
this, so I don't have any actual gossip.
Gossip.
Okay.
It's like keep going around.
I didn't know melee
Warning.
skill. Only range gunpowder. I mean black.
I'm going to the college.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Do you
good.
need anything before you go?
I don't think so.
Okay.
One night. Wait, no.
I wa- I
One-
wanna let you know, Andy, you don't need to
166.
pay for me
166,
after
okay.
ever.
So
I'm gonna be
you
in
check
college.
with the nuns of Shalia, who man the hospital. They recall a badly injured halfling coming in a couple of weeks ago. He unfortunately expired after 4 days.
Oh, you kept.
That's
It's expiration.
They give you directions to where he was buried in a pauper's grave, along with probably 30 or 40 other people.
I will go over there and pay my respects to my halfling friend.
Okay, it's just outside of Altdorf. It's currently being tended as a potato field.
Oh, they just dumped him in.
Farmer informs you, we grow the best potatoes around here.
Serves after death.
It's the ash from the burn victims.
That's horrible.
Okay.
Okay, unfortunately, he died. And so, then what are you gonna do?
Okay.
And he died. He died for eating the potatoes he was cooking. Because he was a halfling.
It's a circle of life.
next.
It's alright.
You got something else you're doing.
If you don't eat the
Okay.
potatoes eat you.
Next they start setting people down in submarines.
It is potato.
I mean, I need to figure out what I'm going to report to the military.
Okay, so you're gonna hold off till tomorrow to report?
If we're staying here 2 weeks, then I have time to retrain.
Right, you got
Yep.
plenty of time.
But yeah, I'm going to figure out
Okay, so you
good
figure that out. What
rapport
would you like to do,
for
Thad?
the military.
You're going to the
That
church
won't
immediately,
make
or you're
me
gonna
look
wait 2
guilty.
weeks?
No, I'm gonna go to the church. I'm gonna go.
What took you long? What took you so long to report, brother? I wanted to wait in case you ran us out of town.
Again.
Okay, so you head over to the Temple of Sigmar. They seem very eager to talk to you.
Yes, I'm
Matter of fact, it's like you get an audience almost immediately.
but yeah, I present the Beastman's axe
Okay.
as an offering and explain to them that I've had it tested by the college and it is dark
Okay.
and needs to be either purged or dealt with. It could be redeemed and used
Okay.
against the forces of chaos, and proceed to explain how evilly corrupt the aristocracy was in.
And so the question
I'm
is,
doing it to the church.
I'm not there.
I didn't say
Yeah, he's
so.
not there. So
I didn't
the
say
question is, are you giving a full and complete account of your travels and adventures, or are you glossing over adjusting any pieces of it?
God, I wish I could be there to talk to Thad.
No, you don't understand the way I've been playing this guy. He's like fucking autistically
He is.
truthful.
He wants to be.
Trying to
And
be.
it's cost him a lot along the way, but
And that's what I'm trying to find out. Are you learning from past deeds, or are you sharing the information and taking the judgment? I know what you guys have all been through. The question is, are you being truthful, open, and honest, or are you trying to conceal different aspects?
I will be as truthful as this. I will admit certain details, and those details are going to be the cannibalism of the poor, starving people in town. Because I don't want them all just to get purged because they were hungry, right? I will tell them about the corruption of the city in regards to how there were undead walking and ghouls and some furry rat-like creatures that were human but rats. Not sure what those are.
Definitely beastmen.
Yeah, the beastmen we ran into. Now, outside of game, are ogres in this considered a different species? So they're not beastmen; they're ogres.
They're a separate species entirely,
Okay.
and generally speaking, considered a civilized race, sort of like orcs and goblins, but depending on the region, depending on the philosophy, accepted in society.
Okay.
Okay, they're not the monsters that other games, other settings tend to make them out to.
Right.
Cannons.
Right. Now, they frequently are horrific enemies.
They said they also eat humans too, just willy-nilly.
Right.
I'll tell them about the ogre and how my arm is.
I'd like to order a human.
Now they go their line of questioning goes all the way back to
Right.
I was getting
Bogenhaven.
there. I was getting there. I will tell them about the incident we had at the tower with the Inquisitor.
Okay.
Right, and not necessarily that I died and was resurrected twice by Sigmar
So you're
and all
gonna gloss
that.
over that?
I'll kind of gloss over that a little bit.
About how you
and
were
my friend
possessed
got me
and-
stabbed through the neck.
But we assist you. That's what.
Yeah,
Was
we're
stabbed in the
good.
neck? I don't know.
We're good. We're
And remember,
very-
the witch hunter
But-
went back to the
You're like,
Altdorf
"What's that?"
and
Just let him go. He's the one there.
remind me.
Okay.
Don't remind anybody.
Yeah, you got it.
I will tell them how the
I've
Inquisitor
been sitting over here with nothing.
helped me
I really wanted to
purge
say
a
stuff.
witch,
Yeah.
and I will tell it in such a manner that
Not this
we were
No,
partners
Claire.
in the adventure of
I charged
dealing with the
beast.
witch that had been wandering around spreading chaos and stuff like that.
Oh,
Okay.
you were the person that charged the wizard.
After the beast, because you took the beast. I was like, good.
How we found that one temple that I had notified them prior
You were a beast
and
slayer,
what
your
its
kills
purpose is,
gone up.
best as I understood it from what the wizard had told me about how it had influenced things. And and how we were pursuing leads on the corruption that she had been spreading around the city when we ran into not Kimberbad, the city that's now in the ocean.
It's now the ocean.
I don't remember that
Wicked
part.
North,
You did say sometimes it was on one side and the
One
other.
of the things
Yeah,
I
you
will
missed- you missed
spend an inordinate amount
We
of
kind
time
of glossed
on
over that on our
is
Sunburst
the
cafe.
corruption of the Sigmar Temple
Okay.
and how Sigmar had
Did we
abandoned
mention that we're
the temple
currently killing
or had been overpowered by the temple. But luckily that temple had been destroyed. And
The one in Wittgendorf?
That's
Yeah.
destroyed.
Okay.
because remember there was one inside the castle.
Our
I'll spend a lot of time on that and
Okay.
lamenting it and
That's
kind of espousing my faith and my loss and all that other stuff. And
Okay, so your testimony and questioning by the high priest and his senior priests ends up carrying on late into the morning.
that's fine.
Okay.
Guilty.
What are the rest of you doing?
Going back and meeting up at dinner time after
Right.
proceeding to
Well,
buy a great.
we didn't get around the board
Yeah.
table here for
Yeah.
everybody else, but
Go ahead.
no, you did.
Okay. I'm gonna first go get my guns cleaned.
Okay.
At a reliable engineer. Before he took off, I espoused to him that if you're going to adventure with us, you need some sort of protective armor.
Uh huh.
Um,
So So the two of you went shopping?
And I offered him either to go shopping before he goes to the Engineers Guild, which he kept saying he needed to go to.
Okay.
But
So
then-
that seems to be his priority, but you head off to get your guns cleaned.
And then
What's a pistol normally worth?
a pistol is worth
8 gold?
I believe yes. My pistol is 8 gold,
Okay.
and there are
6 of
seven.
them. 7 of them.
7 of them.
7 of them that have been heavily damaged, dropped
Drop,
multiple
thrown,
times.
yeah,
Okay.
whatever, yeah.
So it will cost you whatever 10% is. So 8 times 7, 56. So 5.5 gold.
Okay.
And they will tune up the guns, etc.
Okay. And then I am looking for a riding horse before I leave town. Well, actually, while I'm in town, I'm looking for a riding horse and saddle.
Okay. Okay. What are you
I wanna
doing?
get trained in my new class, so I'm making connections with the underworld elements.
Okay. Which new class is this? Thief? Okay. Give me a gossip check.
Oh yes, another person in Thieves Guild.
I'm trying to see.
You
if I-
haven't had anybody in the Thieves Guild yet.
I got fingers.
I'm like the only one not in the goddamn still.
I'm in the
Hey, I'm not
engineering
in
guild.
Did it roll?
No.
No, you said it. You didn't put the.
Are you part of the Engineers Club downtown?
Oh, I didn't put the stupid thing on there.
Slash R.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
You ever
good.
eaten
At the Engineers Club? No.
It's really good food.
The
Just
building's
not a
really
license. Carter's
nice.
been there.
I went there to do a merit badge, and it was really nice in there.
Yeah, some of my friends.
To where?
The engineering club down in by the
That's
river.
fantastic.
Okay.
Reroll that.
Okay.
And you. Wait. No, never mind.
Hey, you improved.
Dude,
Big
that was
improvement.
better.
All right.
Yeah, I gotta keep it.
Okay. So you ask around fairly awkwardly, trying to make inquiries and everything. You don't get any direct indications today. I mean, it's a matter of time before eventually you're going to find the Thieves Guild,
They find me.
or or they'll find you and say, "Why are you asking for us?"
Welcome.
Yes. So, Carter, you head to the Engineers Guild, and you need a engineer's license. I'm assuming for level 2. Okay. Okay. So 10 gold to give you a guild license.
It's hard to
So he's with me
Nope.
before he leaves.
Nope. He headed off.
Oh, you didn't go get your armor. For
No.
Oh,
Oh, did you?
I was.
He was
That
gonna
was
go
our
shopping with
initial
me.
plan was going.
Okay. Well, I mean, you would have known what the price of a guild's license, anyways, is.
Oh,
I had to
okay.
change
So
shirt
it's.
before.
I mean, as soon as you become an apprentice, everybody talks about how expensive the guild license is.
No, I'll stay
So-
with you in this ship. I was going to get armor with.
Okay. So that's fine. So give me a haggle roll for the two of you.
Do you want
So-
anything beyond the chain shirt?
Well, we do that part of,
Don't you have?
Probably not.
confessional and all
You
that
have a
stuff.
chain shirt
I'll
for
show
free.
them
Oh.
Do you have any weapons?
So I
and tell them
Slightly
this is where I'm
bloody and
going
mangled.
next.
If I didn't
Okay.
get it
This
clean.
is where me and my
I can clean it with my
entourage.
I had some stupid ogre thing beat
I
the
will
hell out of
be
me with.
honest with them about this.
Right.
You don't need to
Because
buy
they kind of know what I'm doing
He wants
from
all
prior.
Yeah. From explaining what you're talking about. Yeah, they're aware.
Necessarily have to
etiquette gilder. Do we? Because I have etiquette gilder. That was the.
That
talk,
was
isn't it?
that was separate.
Oh yeah, because it was only
Since I
for
have to
the
upgrade my
not
shield
the guns.
Right.
from
Yeah.
buckler
Okay,
to
so,
another shield,
Wait 2
assuming
weeks on language
which is
builder.
because given to you.
Speaking my language.
It's a natural language, and I get etiquette. So
Hopefully you rolled good because I
20
did.
to 23.
I'm gonna go ahead and re-roll
Okay.
because a 1 isn't gonna cut it.
No.
At least you'll make contact with the Thieves Guild.
I
I've
will.
had a 98 and 18.
Oh yeah.
So
How about a
Nice.
95?
95
plus
total.
nine- no, one.
I got a 51.
133.
133. Okay. Well, if you got a 51, are you the one selling things?
I wasn't
buying
selling
things?
anything. You told us both to give you a haggle roll.
No, I would for the group. Give me a haggle roll because he's purchasing things.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so with your merchant's etiquettes and knowledge and so forth, you managed to secure standard rates for selling and buying.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
not an attempt at whispering.
Okay, just saying
Did
if
you
you
Okay.
meant to whisper that, it.
Probably.
Oh, so you able to
If
tell
you
me
need
I
it.
didn't even know it.
I do want to get the blade evaluated. I still haven't wrapped
you need a-
tightly, but I
a
want to
mail
get the
code
blade
or anything
evaluated.
like that.
I can take it to the college. They would be the one that would give you a higher price for it.
Chain pants.
Because
That's fine. I hand it over.
I got you.
Can I have a regular dagger, please?
sure, I'll give you a regular
You need
Here, reach in here.
I want the dagger back.
I'll I'll give you a
I mean,
selection.
I was trying to
I'll
go
let you
better
pick
or
out of a
second level?
selection
Did you
of a
donate
big
a
bag
pistol?
of daggers.
It's got 50 daggers.
Did you
If they,
donate the pistol?
They're getting
he holds up his stretch gun.
Oh.
Need a dagger?
Yeah.
But
That's what that might.
I'll grab actually 2 out of there
Okay.
if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's fine.
But I want the dagger back.
so you need
please
the
don't sell it.
leggings side of it.
Yeah, I just need the
Okay.
leggings.
Okay,
So a male coat is different than a male shirt, correct?
correct.
Can you wear a male shirt and leggings, or does it have to be a male coat and leggings?
Each one is listed as armor type.
Yeah, as a pair.
I have a
Yeah, a male shirt. You have a
Is
chain shirt,
13.
which is a male shirt, which is 13, and then male coat and leggings is what I have is a 14. He wanted leggings.
With a male shirt, that's effectively a coat, and
That's the same thing.
yeah,
Okay,
coat.
between
The
the
coat
two.
covers the arms, and the
Okay.
leggings cover the legs.
So the difference is the cost then.
Right.
Okay, so all right. So do you have 3 gold?
No.
Okay, so
I
you have
can-
it. It's
I-
yours.
You're just raking up the
I know.
debts, aren't you? You're gonna have to keep these people
So,
alive.
My other question. Well, that's why we
So
give
they can
them
pay 'em
armor.
back.
I have 36 brass pennies to be.
So we'll start. We'll just start a tab for you.
Fine.
Um,
That's fine over here.
and
I'm
then-
college.
So you got 30 silver.
and then
don't
so if
worry
you
about
is,
the
is,
end,
is
it'll-
30 brass pennies enough
I
for
have 36
a-
brass pennies.
is 36
got
brass
30
pennies?
silver.
Is 36 brass pennies enough for your guild license that you were just talking about?
No,
No.
I'm off by
Do
a
you-
little bit.
Do you need more money?
Yeah.
Are you willing to repay said money at a cost?
Well, if you lose an arm or a limb, I'll build you a new one. Does that count?
No.
You
no,
have
no,
my
no.
word.
No, no, no.
I have an
The
ear.
words aren't much. So there's
Yeah, we
it's
need
a,
a
it's a
couple of your
low
boards
it's a
at
low
this
rate
point.
for such beginners as
Do you
yourself.
have an interest rate?
I do.
didn't think about
It is
that.
a low
What's
interest
the
rate.
percentage?
It is a low interest rate.
What's your interest?
I just have to cover my risk.
You have to tell me the interest rate.
I do not. There's no such thing as that kind of banking industry here in this world.
Guess so. Sure, I need 10 gold.
Okay.
Jesus.
So currently you are 13 gold.
Yep.
Keep your pennies.
Thanks.
And anytime we successfully retain some wealth, I'll ask for a portion of yours.
Okay. Whoopie doo. Whoopie doo.
I'm gonna go try to find myself a buckler amidst the shops.
Sure, that's easy
After
enough.
which I'll go and buy my guild license.
Did it really cost 10 gold for a guild license?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sweet Jesus.
That's how they
Imagine being an academic.
signify the ill practice.
But this is
Yeah.
how he gets better, though.
It's not like just anybody could be in the guild.
Yeah.
this is day one, right?
Tomorrow I'll come back with the guild insignia to show you
I
that.
like all this makes no sense, really.
What's that?
We just met this dude. Yeah, we'll throw 10 gold at
No,
him.
no, no,
And
no,
then
no. He's a loan shark.
I understand he is. Trust me, I understand he is.
Yeah.
No, I am
He
a
literally
I am a
offline sends me
wealthy
messages. Don't forget you owe me
philanthropist
gold.
Yeah.
that makes investments
He-
in people he believes in.
He's a high risk investor.
That's right.
I'm an engineer.
I have
Some would say an angel investor. Some might say a devil
You
investor.
might say angel of death. I don't know.
I mean, if nothing else, he dies, he can sell his guild license.
All on the
That's
black
dark.
market.
That's fucking dark.
That could be like infinite money. You buy.
You
a
should
guild
be able to get a lot
license,
more than 10
You
gold
sell it
for
on the black market for like double its value.
Yeah.
Then you go buy another one. Then you sell it again.
Until
for
you
double
get
its
caught
value.
selling on the black
Yeah.
market, and then prison.
Yeah.
But
And
that's only
In the
if you get
future.
caught.
Right.
Also,
There's a reason it's worth twice as much.
Yeah.
2 to 3
does
times.
the guild
Because
let
it's
you
very
buy
high
multiple
risk.
licenses?
I just keep.
Well,
selling them
and you're aware from process, it's not just a matter of having the badge. Okay? When the city inspectors come to check your work,
Better not
they
sell.
check to verify you are who the badge is registered to.
Oh.
You're putting your name on it, and if that bridge you build falls down a year later,
Is that
you're the
Broadway
one
law?
liable for it.
I got stolen from a lot.
It's, I can't remember the laws because that's my major was architecture. And, Carter, what is it? You learned about it. What's the law? If your building collapses and kills the child of another person, your child gets murdered.
Oh,
It's
Hammurabi's code.
Hammurabi's
Yeah.
code.
Yeah.
It is the
Hammurabi,
oldest
yeah.
code that's still in use today. It's simplified now.
It's the oldest.
I don't get to go
written-
murder somebody, but you are held responsible.
Eye for an eye.
If your stuff
That's where it
destroys
comes
and hurts
from.
somebody,
Yeah.
you are held
That's
responsible
Hammurabi's
as the
code is
builder
like the
if you
Or-
signed off on it.
Or what happens
Piece
is
of,
if you build a
text.
building
Yes?
and it collapses,
Just to
and it
clarify
kills
what I'm
someone,
doing today,
they get to put
just
one of your
grieving
family members in
Jonathan
the
and
building,
figuring out
collapse
a
your
report
house, and
for
kill
the
them.
military.
Okay, that's what I
Like
understood.
consoling other people. Like
They don't really seem worried about the halfling.
no, like consoling for the report.
Okay.
Might make a bit
Okay.
I'm sad
Conferring
because
with
there's
them,
no
trying to compare
containers.
notes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're checking in at the college.
Bring
Yeah.
back the
Okay. They welcome you. Welcome back.
Just kidding, Ben. That's
Some
fine.
trade tools cost.
Pseudo Grand Wizard of Fire.
I don't know.
Pseudo grand.
And
Pseudo grand.
you're instantly
It's
enabled.
unnecessarily insulting.
He's not a Grand Wizard yet.
Ask other people.
Correct, I'm a master
He
wizard.
doesn't
I'm
have
just
no
gonna find
idea.
out the amount for you.
The good news
But
is
basically,
I have something
Check in, I guess,
Cheers,
get the
Sid.
dagger
from my
Doesn't have a
character
white
standpoint
appraise
of
and
me
stuff like
wanting to
that.
not do
Okay.
be a
I
commander.
also wanted to check
don't wanna
in
have those
Find in the tower.
the
We can go
grief
take that
of
tower
losing
back.
all
Yeah.
my
arcane
men.
books and stuff like that,
I made you that awesome shoulder plate.
and the spell
I
and spell
need
components,
trade tools to build better shoulder
and-
plates and sell them.
Hey, you know somebody you can
and
get
the
money from.
overall
So-
research papers you've been making on the
I'm
castle.
accepting
Okay.
donations if that is.
You
of
turn in
a-
all your notes and adventures and things like that. Basically, give a
You're,
full
you're
report.
literally
Yeah,
talking
full
to
report,
probably the
all of
poorest
that,
person in the room.
Are
Yeah,
you
what-
hiding
I'm a
or
person.
misleading
Okay.
about
The
anything?
second-
Just
I've
be
been
completely.
overlooking
What are you asking
Okay.
for?
Okay.
and
For what?
How much do you need?
in
Trade tools?
I don't
return
know.
for
He's looking
the
right now.
I
have
have
to get trade
some
tools
of the
also,
costs
so.
for donating
$3
and selling it to
gold.
them, but also mainly
Regardless of the
for
tools.
the
So-
paperwork costs
regardless
and
of the
stuff
trade.
like
You
that
look
to
awfully rich.
Now,
the
what you
medical-
get is
what do you
there's a
call
list
it?
for each of them.
the medical licenses and stuff.
Okay.
I need trade tools for engineer.
Right, I know. There's a one for
Okay.
thief.
Okay.
You have.
So
Say
first,
trade tools
they
for thief.
they do give you
How
the
many
offer
specifically
of room and
have
board.
one?
Trapping. What?
They do give you the offer of room and board
Other
Okay.
artists-
Yeah.
this is
at
other
the
artists.
place.
And then make our
Okay.
group rich.
That's just as part of your membership.
Entrepreneur.
Okay.
Of sorts.
They are willing to buy any of the books that you
Okay.
want. They'll give you
Thank
for
you
your
telling me what
various
you wanted
other
them for.
notes, books, etc. Give me a haggle roll.
No, okay.
Make sure you don't write down the workshop.
3 what?
305.
I was more gonna just like accept
Damn,
whatever.
not
they
having
give me.
And that's fine, but
It really does screw you.
So,
okay.
The spell ingredients was priced at 75 gold, so I was
What
able
will the
to
trade
evaluate.
tools do for me?
Okay.
Like, will
That
that
was
make
the
him
thing, whether or
be
not
able
they
actually
give me
make
more or less
stuff?
or whatever.
It'll give
Okay.
you bonuses
So,
until-
given their current
It's not
condition
gonna
with
give you
travel and
bonuses,
everything
it
else,
takes away the
they give you a
bonus.
net total of 100 gold extra.
Okay.
Okay, for everything. The
Again, you wanna work again.
they identify the dagger, or they work on starting identifying the dagger. It's going to take a few days.
Okay.
You'll need to check back in.
Yeah.
Now, the room and board, you're eligible to stay for up to a week here in Altdorf
Okay.
at cost with your rank and everything. After
about
that,
like a bodyguard.
they're going to charge you room and board fees.
Okay, that's fine.
Currently at a gold a night.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so you can stay at the college, nice and safe, do research, etc., or you can stay in the city.
I'm going to start a
Okay.
pyramid scheme.
Otherwise, they say check back in a few days. We'll have information on the dagger, at least whatever we can find. Is there anything else that they need to research?
You're an investment. You are an investment.
It's an
Yes.
investment.
I feel like I did.
Or anything else that you want to research, like spells, etc.?
I have trained
well, if
engineer
they-
automatically, like,
If
and it's
they
based on
would be,
mechanics.
um,
So I have like
depending on
mechanical
what
mechanics.
spells they'd be willing to let me see, buy, purchase, and stuff like that.
Given your rank, you can do anything up to, I believe it's casting number 6.
6, that's it?
Yeah.
I've got 8 armor spells.
Okay, 8 then.
Okay.
Do I get
Because
that as
there's
an
spells that
engineer?
go up to like 14.
Probably.
and stuff,
Correct.
so-
You are not. You do not have access to that. That power is beyond your ability currently.
Okay.
That's reserved for only the extreme grandmasters.
Yeah, I was looking at,
You're
it's
just a pseudo grandmaster.
difficult and costly to repair.
Okay.
Now, if you wish to make a sizable donation and establish your own laboratory, then we can see about promoting you to a grand wizard.
Also, I wanted to get information on what Wizard Apprentice and stuff is going on in Midnight.
Mechanical devices and structures.
What, Wizard Apprentice?
No, not Wizard Apprentice.
I
Like
get ranged
information
engineering,
from
so I
Midnight,
can
like
use,
how
like,
well
bombs
established
and
it is
stuff.
there and stuff like that.
Wait, what is ranging?
Middenheim?
Stuff. Yeah.
They have a college.
Oh,
It's
that
fairly.
was
I mean, the history of wizards in Middenheim is very well established. Wizards help create the city and keep it well protected. So the relationship there is very strong.
Not a dwarf
But you can be a
Um,
sniper. That's pretty nice. I can't get that.
And so what type of paperwork and stuff would they do if I were to establish a laboratory or some equivalent in in Mindenheim or Altdorf?
If you're they obviously recommend you establish it here as the center of all intellectual capability of the empire. But effectively, what you're doing is you're paying money to establish a lab, and effectively you get your own private section of the university where you have your lab, whether you're here or not.
Would that be the workshop cost?
Workshop cost,
Okay.
and probably a little bit higher because it also, given the rank, effectively gives you unlimited room and board, etc. Because you're a level 4 wizard at that point.
So
I mean, outside of
could I take
our
all of that
you could
extra
do it
stuff,
just because you're an outsider
components and stuff like that,
and he's part
and
of it.
just put that
is a-
for the
Yes.
It is an
laboratory?
honest-
Yeah.
If something breaks,
Okay.
they fix it.
If that covers it all, then sure.
It's an
Or
investment.
most of it.
Workshop 70, I believe. And they're
Okay,
giving me
don't-
100.
Double check that, and
Workshop,
otherwise,
I
but
think,
yeah, otherwise you're fine with that.
Okay.
Oh, a wizard's workshop. might be
Wizard's
80.
Workshop, 80. Okay.
80,
I'll
and then
remember
Make
you
it,
this.
call it 120,
I'm writing it down. You owe me
Yeah.
3 gold.
Oh, I owe you. Okay.
and that effectively makes you a permanent member of the college.
okay.
Qualifies you, if you wish, to go to
Yeah.
level 4, at least from that trapping.
Then
Okay. Because
And
I
that's the
also
same way.
I need the
you
I
have-
need the
you have
alchemical
worth more
workshop
than
type
just
thing. Then
money,
also need a
if
whole
that's
separate
Handbook can
library
cost a
also
silver, right?
for the two. I need
What?
basically a tower and stuff like that for that.
How much
Plus
does
an
handbook
apprentice.
cost?
So
Okay.
it's a little bit more than that, but for the master thing, but the
Okay.
but the workshop and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what,
they're all one gold.
you take all the stuff you've
Yeah,
collected.
most basic weapons
Okay.
are 1 gold.
A, that gives you the start of the library.
Hold on. That's
B,
better.
you have access to the university library.
It's a 2
You're trading all the wealth effectively for that access.
quarter set.
And your previous apprentice, the one that actually survived, is in Altdorf
Okay.
and is willing
I
to
recommend just
assist
take a
you and
basic
so forth.
weapon.
So if that's what you want to do as far as level 4, that would
yeah, plenty of
fulfill the
those.
A
requirements,
dagger is not
at least of those 2 pieces.
It's 60
Yeah, for those
silver.
pieces, I'll need to train the new apprentice. So.
Well, that's what you got a week for.
Daggers are more
Oh yeah, but that's
more
And-
expensive than swords.
Why, you have to have an apprentice with you?
And the previous one, remember how I had to train the old apprentice and stuff like that?
Right.
This
Gotta
level
make
I needed
yourself
to know.
You need another apprentice? Okay, well,
So that's
they
why-
have plenty of eager people willing to go with you on adventures because they trust you.
Giselda comes running out.
No, Giselda's already here. She's going to take care of the lab while he goes off on adventures in the
He's
world.
getting his own lab.
I need to go, so you're gonna have to let me out.
Okay?
My next 7 days is moving to the next
Which is what?
bounty hunter.
Bounty hunter. Okay.
Yes, 3rd level bounty hunter.
Okay, that's fine. That's easy enough to
I
acquire.
recommend you
So-
getting
Coming back?
repeater pistols, by the way.
So I guess I'll
Coming back?
do that. Would they? Would I still be able to, while working on the medical training and stuff like that, still be able to train apprentices
Oh.
and get that apprentice trained?
Well,
I can come back. It's like a leave of medical training.
well, no, the week would acquire the apprentice and the education you need, effectively setting up your lab, your library, etc.
Okay.
So you're going to be occupied with that for a week.
Okay.
Now, after that, if you want to sidetrack into medical
Yeah.
or another class, you can certainly do so. Effectively, at that point, you are a lifetime member of the university. You have tenure because you've established your position here.
Okay.
It's dangerous, pistol, reload,
Because
four.
the physicians
It's
have
repeater.
a thing in the college, so I wanted to make sure because I still need
They-
to train that.
Correct.
apprentice.
You have access to the Physicians Guild here.
Okay.
It's a different career path line and everything, obviously.
I just wanted to make sure I can still train the wizard apprentice while being in a different class.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Okay.
Okay, then
So-
I'll do that then.
Um,
I'll
That
still, I'll
evening-
still get you gold bad. I still have. Don't worry about you not getting any wealth. I
Do
still
any
have.
of you have an extra
I'm not,
way?
that's fine. I'm not worried. I
So,
wasn't expecting it.
that evening, you guys all gather back up at the tavern. Notably absent is the priest.
Just don't even bother. about him.
You may not have to worry about it.
Do any of you have an extra weapon?
He does.
You
He has a
see him
bag
the
of
next day
daggers.
flayed in the middle of the street.
Was that including the books also, I assume?
Didn't the priest go and go to the church or something?
Yeah, he did.
Do you have an extra weapon? Pit fighter?
I maybe.
I got a dagger.
I
got a dagger.
no.
Chaos corrupted
I'm down
power.
to 12 arrows, so I need to go buy arrows. And,
I have my sword,
Sword.
and that's it. I dropped my other weapon in a pit of hell.
Do you have an extra weapon besides that?
So to make it easier for
Matt, you
gear,
can-
functionally anything off the list, standard price, half price to sell.
You
If
can-
you have anything unique, jewels, gems, magic items,
You
etc.,
probably
let me
already
know. I'll give you a
Yeah,
price.
your dagger will take
I
it up.
plan on
Am
buying
I
it from
able to
you
use
with
my
my
hammer
sword.
with spikes? Am I able to use my hammer as like a
something
hand
like
weapon?
that, but yeah, you can keep it.
Or would that be
You
improvised?
can. It's
So I will
it's a low
Need
quality
a
weapon.
bow
never
for a second
I
level.
mean, it's a carpenter's hammer, effectively.
Your dagger will be back in a
While we're
couple
here,
days
I'm
while
gonna-
they
Yeah, the wizard
experiment
returns
test
without
stuff.
your knife.
For
In a couple
the
days,
next
they're
couple days.
testing, experimenting and stuff to get it, figure out what it actually does.
Understood.
For the next couple days, I'm gonna try to make some money off just fights. Not like going out.
You're going to maintain your lifestyle.
and maintain my lifestyle.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Can I do it a bit riskier to try to make some money?
Not really.
Can I try?
That's
And,
what, do you have the criminal talent?
No.
Okay, that's what it does.
can I try and offer my
might
services
be
in
able to
exchange
get
for a
the
hand
criminal
weapon
talent
with
at one
somebody?
point.
I could take
No.
the criminal talent. I don't like it.
But you can
I
you
said
can
I
you
don't like
can
it
maintain
either,
your
but-
lifestyle by
It's
by
very
using your
negative.
trade.
Yes.
At which point
get the
your
armor busting
living
down.
style, assuming you're successful at your skill, that's what you profit. So whatever your society class is what you'll get. So you'll after a week you'll clear 4 brass
So
and maintain your
roll
life
that
cycle
up,
if you succeed at your skills.
my halfling
If
has
you
to
don't,
hide.
then you break even. You don't do anything.
What's the cost of
How
it?
do I? Do
And I need to figure out a report
Yes.
for the military
You have a chance of dying walking down the street.
position. Yeah.
Specifically doing my job, is there a higher chance of me dying?
Your job is
That
their
blow-
job.
Your
Oh,
job
he-
is to
I'm
fight
in.
to the death in the pit.
So
Yes, you have a chance.
Anyway.
I know.
he
That's
can't.
rolling a open-ended
No
low.
longbow.
I
Okay.
was like, oh, you could.
At least
Probably if
use
you
your-
go the downside, the pit fighter dies.
I mean, your job of anybody is probably the highest chance of dying.
Yeah.
Now you have a decent chance of getting injured also, whether you die or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna fight.
Okay.
Try to maintain a lifestyle.
Is this workshop, am I able to bring some guests, obviously not to stay, but to be
Yes.
at the workshop and stuff? Okay.
Yeah, it's
Outside of the
your
college.
private sanctum in the
Okay.
university.
Okay. And cost.
Assuming you don't cause damage to the university, bring disrespect to the university, or break any of its bylaws,
Like, wink.
it's yours to do what you want.
If I, while I'm maintaining my
I'll wait for
lifestyle,
Andy
if I
to
take
come
down
over
anyone
here.
that's got a quality helmet on them, I'm gonna try to claim it and claim it as a trophy.
Okay, they don't. I mean, you're fighting for cash, not to take their loot.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I mean, you're as a pit fighter, most of the time it's like a cage match today.
Okay.
Very rarely do people get killed, but
Thank you.
occasionally people will get heavily injured. Okay.
That's
But
what
at
I
the
was-
end of the boxing match, you don't claim the other guy's gloves.
That's what I was asking. Is it?
Okay.
Make it a cost of the fight.
Is
It's
it kill each other to death?
No.
No.
Okay.
Most of the time, no. Now, if that's what you want,
No.
then we will roll out some combats and see if you survive.
Do you know how Roman gladiator battles went? They would always ask the crowd, "Do you want this person to live or die?" And then you give a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
And
I don't know if that's how it
I
went.
also remember there were a bunch of
And
animals.
eventually,
Or-
within the 2 weeks, maybe we can get you a meeting with somebody to get a fight, and you can have part of the barter be, hey, I want to fight this guy, and I'm the helmet.
right. Or you just go buy a helmet.
Yes.
Can't-
Okay.
I can't.
I'm
wear it,
gonna wait
so-
for Andy.
Why?
Why can't you wear a helmet?
God.
He's got a weird conflict with his character where his god requires him to not wear a helmet, but his career field does.
His career, my career.
Yeah, your
field
career field
requires
sa-
me to have
Yeah, that's all you need. So go buy a helmet. You have a helmet.
And then can I have that helmet?
Neither.
And then whenever the guy is saying, this is how you do your job, you just walk around with the helmet above your head.
How much would it cost?
We'll get a little stick on your
I
head.
don't know.
You
Look
get
at the equipment
engineer
table.
to fasten something so it's like a tripod.
Right.
So it doesn't actually go on your head.
I think
It just
it should be-
looks like it from first glance.
A
It's on
hand
your
weapon, and I'll
Yeah.
do that. For
What you do is you get a pot helmet. Every time the god looks at you, you say, I'm just cooking in this.
So is your highest tier called champion?
Pit legend.
Okay, so there used to be that champion
Yeah,
class.
yeah.
And it was the hardest class to complete because you had to have highest quality. Like how many weapons was it? Like
You had
4
a
or 6
lot.
highest quality weapons. And I was
Right.
like, Jesus.
There is a pit champion, which is my next tier.
You're talking about a
requires-
judicial champion.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
It requires a breastplate and helmet, which I already have.
So that's nothing.
No, a judicial champion would be something like the champion of the court or the champion of the king or something like that.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
they're monsters in combat, but they pay for it.
Yeah, I mean, it was insane the cost to get to
I
it.
mean, that's the guy that you go and you get into a disagreement with the nobility, and he says, "You've insulted me. Show up at dawn for a duel," and you think you're attacking this wimp, and he shows up and says, "Yeah, my second will be taking this for me,"
And there's your champion.
and then you realize you're screwed.
As the mountain walks around the corner, you're like, fuck.
Yep. Okay, so despite your earlier plans, I gather nobody is really concerned about the priest not being there.
Oh no! It's a.
we
It's
were
not that we're
waiting.
not worried about it. As a matter of fact, out of everybody here, I plan to go check.
Okay, which nighttime at this point.
I don't care.
Okay.
I would be discussing with him right now if he was at here in person.
I
Right
can
now.
see in the dark.
Sure.
From my report.
Sure.
And I can hide and stealth through things. So.
And there's street lights.
I'll build a flashlight.
Not well. I can't stealth well.
Okay.
My tend to
Street
stick
lights
out.
in a medieval village. There ain't that.
They're not that bright.
Yeah, they're not that bright.
Okay, so you're gonna head to the chapel.
Yes.
Okay. You head over to the Temple of Sigmar. Nice big stone building. A couple of guards out by the front door.
I walk up to the guards.
Say,
They're-
greetings,
evening.
citizens.
they'll be
Citizen.
on charge.
Good evening. I am inquiring upon a comrade of mine who visited this temple earlier today,
Okay, church is closed for service at this point.
and I appreciate that. I just wish to know that he is in good health and is still convening with the powers that be of the temple.
I would assume so. Hasn't been any executions in a few hours.
Has there been any executions today at all?
Yeah, they point over at some stocks in the center of the place.
I look
Free
back and
tricks
say
there.
thank you. And those are it.
Yep.
Roll a new character, Thad.
I do appreciate it.
Okay.
And I walk over to the stocks and see if he's
They
okay.
were debating for a long time. How did
No,
you-
there is a human in it. He looks pretty poor quality as far as clothing and so forth. Looks like he's dressed in nothing but rags at this point. Bent over, hunched over at a very awkward angle, covered with rotted vegetables and so forth. His shirt's been shredded. He's trying somehow to sleep, but given his angle and everything hunched over, he can't do anything. He's just in there moaning.
I ask, what brought you to this demise?
They said I was guilty
Of?
of slander. I said Ulrich was the best.
Here.
Interesting. I will do my best to make him, just like brush off some stuff off his face.
Okay.
And say, steady, strength, perseverance. You'll make it through.
You're a worshiper of Ulrich?
Absolutely not. Right.
Wink, wink.
Yeah.
I say, I worship Raya. Thank you.
Couple of
Although I don't know
couple of guards wander over and take a look at you. Say, leave the prisoner alone. He's got 3 days more of this.
He will make it. And I appreciate your candor. Thank you.
Okay.
I believe.
Okay.
I do want to stealth. I mean, well, this is the only place. What reason would they have to lie?
I don't know.
I'll trust it.
Okay.
I head back to the group and say he's not dead yet.
Okay.
I'm not dead yet.
Okay.
Keyword,
So sometime early in the morning, you're released. The priest has his scribes have taken notes on everything. They gathered whatever you ended up giving to them to investigate, review, analyze, whatever. I know you gave them the axe. I don't know if you gave them anything else.
Well, I showed him the documents.
They take the documents.
Okay.
We don't need that.
Can I say something that I probably will have given to them?
No.
Now.
That sucks.
Can I
That sucks.
play my
So
character?
bad.
All
I
night
did.
you've been jumping in on my shit.
I
Stop.
didn't know if you forgot about that certain thing.
Maybe I
Keep in
did,
mind-
maybe I didn't.
Keep in mind, you cannot share information.
Yeah.
The moment you share, he can no longer
Do it.
do it.
So,
He can't even attempt to remember.
yeah. Is there anything else that you want to give them specifically?
Oh, I'm sure I am forgetting something.
You might be. I don't know.
I forgot. I must have forgot. I know there was something I forgot to write down.
Absolutely.
Well, then you
That's
left
all
it.
it is.
Yeah, then you left
Yeah.
it behind.
It's a
Huh?
nonsense.
Then you probably left it behind.
Well, I did. I tell them about the religious texts
Mhm.
in the
Old Temple.
Old Temple,
Okay.
and I tell them I very much got a vision from Sigmar of a holy relic that had been interred with a champion there, and it may be of interest to them. They may have forgotten as a church that
Okay.
it was there.
Okay.
So,
Like I said, early in the morning, you conclude their questioning and everything. They warn you, don't leave town this time. They're going to review the notes, discuss, and give you their judgment within three nights.
in the meantime, do I train or
In the meantime, you are free to go with the repeated caution, do not leave town this time.
I will do my best. And
Is that what you tell them?
God, I want to say that so bad.
Because they are saying this with the authority of Sigmar, ordering you not to leave town this time,
Oh.
as opposed to the prior time when they said they needed to talk to you and you fled. So they know you have a history of fleeing authority.
But I also have a history of coming back.
Eventually. So that's what they're telling you is that
Baby, you know I'll be back.
they're effectively saying they do not see any excuse for you leaving.
He's the milk dad of the priests.
Yeah, so I'll tell them I'll be here,
Okay.
and
They
I'll tell them,
they take down which inn you're staying at.
that's exactly what I was just about to say. is
Okay.
Tell them where I'm staying at, and
Okay.
I'll
They-
proceed to train. But before I start to train, I want to go to the armorers of the church
Mhm.
and see if they can clean up my armor,
Okay.
incorporate the Minotaur skull as a fetish,
Okay.
and generally spruced up for a position of an Empire captain.
Okay. So by training you're expecting to go to level 4.
Mhm.
Is the plan? Okay. So you are they say you are welcome to do your meditations and prayers and so forth, effectively training. Okay, for at least the next couple of days. Now,
Right.
depending on their judgment, they may invalidate such things and not
Fair
grant
enough.
you the captain rank.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I'll proceed with all faith that I am, and that's the way I'll carry myself
Sure.
in the church.
Sure.
Is that I will carry myself with the arrogance of an individual who knows he's innocent and will be proven,
Okay.
correct. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
That,
Vindicated.
yeah,
Yep.
the vindication. I'm gonna walk through. I'm gonna have the armorers clean me up and properly lacquer my armors and all this other stuff and
Okay.
make it look like.
Fondle the altar boys, just like you supposed to.
Just like in the old days.
I wasn't gonna go there, Ryan, but
Guilty by trial of
That's
which.
right.
so yeah.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to look for as part of my new potential station.
Okay.
I'm
Now
going
keep in
to-
mind it's about 4 a.m. at this point.
That's fine, but I'm talking like the next day and
Okay.
stuff like that. I'm going to also look for effectively a squire.
Okay.
A a church novitiate
Altar
who
boy.
may want to seek fame and fortune and
Okay.
get closer to the proper will of Sigmar out in this wild kingdom of ours.
And then you're declared a heretic and you get killed.
Yeah, then you take a novice with you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll engineer
So,
a way out of this.
You guys are sitting around having some breakfast before you head out for your daily activities and so forth. When the priest staggers into the place.
I look. I just kind of wave at him,
Uh-huh.
like give him a thumbs up, and I go upstairs and pass
Hey,
out.
get some food in you before you go.
The tavern keeper says, "Where are you going? It's gonna be another gold for the day, or another force over or whatever."
I thought we paid up for the week.
No, you paid for last night.
I just smirk at him. See, now you got to eat.
I put 4 on
Okay.
and slide them across.
Okay.
Didn't you say it was 2
Wait,
silver?
yeah, 2 silver, but we got baths the first night.
Yeah.
We get
Yeah,
baths
that's
the
what
second
it was.
Well, he didn't.
That's true. I'll put an extra silver down.
Yeah.
Like,
He looks at you. He smells you coming. He says, "Yeah, force over."
there better be a hot plate done when I'm done with my bath. And I go take a bath and let them.
I put
Sure.
2 extra silver up there and say, send a likes girls, right?
And maiden.
Yes,
I
send a
don't-
woman to bathing.
Okay.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh no.
So,
we eating his
I think the
food
term
before
would
he comes
be
down.
yes, nice and hot, fresh food. Everybody eats it.
I'll be worth the 2 silver.
He'll be an extra couple of minutes.
Why that? Why?
That wasn't me. That was Pat.
No, why the extra 2 silver?
Make sure I get on my knees and pray.
Okay, so what are you guys doing? I know what he's doing. You're still looking for the Thieves Guild.
I will mention if we want to meet at the college instead of the tavern, I have a safe place we can meet in the college.
Are they gonna let any of us into the college? Us
As long as you don't,
stinky lowlifes?
as long as you don't break anything, and stay.
I would love to
stay.
get into the college.
By the way, I'm sure. Does the church still have all my armor and stuff?
Oh no, you
As long
you
as
left
you-
with your
Okay.
with
As
your
long as you
with your
stay in the
primary
sector
gear.
that I have, that like that will be in, you'll be fine.
I'm gonna go
When are
start
we
ending
having
my
this-
trade.
Genuinely, when are we having this conversation? Since I came in like in the middle of the day, exhausted and went to bed.
Then
It's
I'll
breakfast.
tell
You give
them.
it breakfast time.
yeah,
Oh,
I'll wait for you.
breakfast time.
While you're choking down some basic food,
Yeah.
they tell you, "Hey, we got a nice place."
We wait for you to walk down the stairs.
As I just slid money across the counter. Well,
Okay.
I can't leave this time.
Now that allows you to bring people in escorted. That does not give everybody else
You're like
by
this
name
insane
rights
concept
to
of
wander around
Yeah,
or
that's-
come in
that's what I
and
was
come and go.
mentioning, yeah.
Okay.
I
So
can't
we
leave this time because if they do, I don't think I'll be able to
That's
talk
fine.
my way out.
It's in town.
Okay. Okay.
It's
Okay.
just if we want more of a private area to discuss plans, so we don't have.
That's fine, but I have to stay here because I'm looking for me this.
Okay.
evening.
So, what are you doing for the next week?
I'll just do my job.
You're just doing your job. You're doing your job. What are you doing? Following day.
This morning, I am finishing up what my report is. I'm waiting until he gets back to actually discuss stuff with him over
Okay.
what I'm going to be reporting.
So your intent is to go report and then do what?
And then effectively, what's it called? Fire myself from the. No.
Change careers and train?
Yes.
What career do you want to go to?
Retire.
He's going to separate
guard.
from the military under honors.
What?
Yeah, guard.
A guard?
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to leave the military and join the city watch?
He's gonna be
No.
a private contractor.
There you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
effectively that. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to be protecting a
It's a
certain
mercenary.
individual in our group.
The wizard.
Okay.
Say
Mr.
what?
Moneybags?
Yeah.
The loan shark, you're going to be his bodyguard?
You're gonna be the ankle breaker, man.
You're my bodyguard.
Breaks
You're my
it.
bodyguard.
And that never
I'm
goes
gonna,
well.
I'm gonna be your ankle breaker, and they can't hurt me because I'm an expert with shields.
Bring away
So-
my body parts.
Yeah, they're gonna
Oh,
ignore me and
yeah.
kill you.
That's right.
Hey, you want to be a bodyguard to the wizard? I'll teach you magic.
I was a bodyguard for you, and then I
Okay.
died.
What are you
He
planning?
was a literal body and guardian.
Okay, so I know you're training, I
tried
and then we need to resolve whatever you do as far as reporting.
Yeah, I'm going to be reporting like first thing in the morning after finishing up what I'm going to be saying, but I'm going to wait until he gets back so I can actually discuss what I'm going to be telling them.
Okay. Okay. So, 3 days later, you get, well, better said, 2 days later, you get a message at the tavern. Thad.
Yes.
It is from a local merchant who is requesting an audience with you to discuss a matter of urgency.
Okay.
It has a address in the town.
I will take Andy's character with me,
Okay.
as he is our negotiator, as well, our man of the street.
Okay.
Man of the street.
I would technically still be training, so I won't be with them.
Great, I wasn't gonna bring you with me.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just saying.
What are you doing, Matt?
Training.
I'm doing my job.
I'm not there.
Pat?
Fighting people.
Okay, we've got all that established. Moving on. You understood what I was doing there?
They're all busy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna interrupt your turn.
I'm not even at the tavern.
I didn't even see you walk in.
Okay, I'm taking Andy's character with me.
Okay. The merchant is named Matthias Blucher.
Okay. Matthias Blucher?
Uh huh.
It's a good thing I actually know a little bit of German.
I will.
Okay.
So.
You guys meet with him around 2 p.m. or so
Okay.
down by the docks. You see around him are several warehouses labeled with his family name. He appears to be heavy into shipping and transport.
Yeah.
He seems quite eager and excited to meet you when you walk up, almost as if he recognizes you and Andy. Says, "Oh, great! It's whatever your name is, Frederick. I've heard so much about you from the Temple of Sigmar."
We just look at Andy like, oh shit. Good
I-
or bad?
Well, good, of course. Nothing but good. I've heard that you and your group, some adventurers or so that you have.
I literally start looking around, like looking for the ambush.
Okay, there are various stevedores in the area, moving boxes and things like that. Everybody's pretty much just ignoring you.
I just want you to understand I'm on high alert now.
Okay. He says, I'm so glad to see you. I have some cargo I need to send north to Marienburg
Okay.
that I want to contract you and your group to do. It's a bit fragile, a little bit sensitive, and unfortunately time limited. But I need to get it to Marienburg as quickly as, or Middenheim, I mean, as quickly as possible.
Midnight.
Middenheim. I've too many M's.
Darn it.
I was like, I was waiting
Yes!
for somebody.
I was like, yes, finally. We're going to Marienburg. We can leave this whole thing. We can go to Lustra somewhere else.
You
From
say time
Marienburg.
sensitive when?
Time sensitive. Well, it needs to be there before the festival.
Darn it.
How far is that?
The
How far away?
the festival,
Yeah, time wise.
time wise, you got about 3 weeks. And this festival that he's referring to is referred to across the empire simply as the festival or the carnival. Think of it in terms of like a Mardi Gras level
Okay.
festival.
It's fine.
It is a week-long event that occurs every year in Middenheim. It rotates season by season. Every year it's one season later.
Okay.
This time it's happening in the middle of winter, specifically during Hexenstag, or right before Hexenstag, which is New Year's Eve.
Okay.
Okay. You have currently about 3.5 weeks or so before the carnival starts.
We can't do it. How long does it take to travel from there to here by boat?
Oh, by coach, it's only a week.
So we have 2 weeks that we can stay here at the very latest and leave with it.
Is that going to be a problem? I could certainly make. I understand this might be an inconvenience for you. I'll make it worth your trouble. Shall we say 80 gold up front?
He wants us to have a load of what kind of cargo?
Oh, it's a fragile package. I can't reveal the contents.
Is it live or
No,
not live?
not live.
Okay. We have a not live cargo that we're trying to get. He's trying to contract us for by name to take to
Middenheim.
Whose name?
Huh?
His.
Whose name did he? Okay.
Frederick.
Frederick. Okay.
Yeah.
Frederick
That's what
and
Company.
no, your name, Milton.
So he knew our names.
Well, yeah, the high priest told me.
Valuable cargo to go to Middenheim.
Yes, I'll pay you 80 gold up front, and on delivery another 80 gold, assuming you can get it there before Carnival.
How long before Carnival?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Week of lead time to get there. That gives us 2 weeks here in town to finish what we have to do. But the problem is that leaves us
2 days.
zero flexibility.
2 days.
You got a couple of days, yeah.
2 days flexibility.
That doesn't seem like enough.
And is that after our? Did my week pass? First week?
Yeah.
No, this is like
2
day
days.
2 of us
Yeah,
being
this
here
is halfway through the week.
Yeah, I need to be here.
for the full 2 weeks.
Full week. I need to be
Oh,
here.
for a full week.
We're here 2
If
weeks.
we can all resolve our shit within a week,
Mm-hmm.
we have plenty of lead time, and I
Okay.
say we can do it. But if we need to be here more than 10 days or so,
Yeah.
I think we're cutting it a little too tight.
We will need to speak to one of our other associates that needed more time here. Is there a way we can reach you?
Sure,
Before the end of
my business is right here. You're welcome to stop by.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, by carriage, it's about a week. I'll certainly cover the travel cost.
Okay.
In addition to your fees, but I really need to get this package to Middenheim.
Okay. We're going to need at least 2 carriages. Understand that, because we have a large... Man, we're not a mercenary group. What the fuck are we?
Oh, it's a mercenary group.
Adventure.
We're a troop of
You're-
entertainment.
We have yet to be titled.
Group of
Yeah,
scholars.
we don't have
According to the high priest, you're a group of experts.
We
Yeah.
are.
Yeah,
So-
we're experts in every one of our
Yeah.
fields. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I trust of anybody that this package would be by far the safest with you.
And this is the High Priest of Sigmar?
Well, of course.
Okay. Yeah, wonderful.
Wait, the priest from
This is why I brought you.
Oh, wow.
Because I was asked for by name, and I brought you for your street smarts. For I am a bumbling idiot.
Well. So,
I just paid a list price for everything in my life.
Linheim.
As you do.
Or more.
Yeah, sadly, yes.
We will discuss with our associate,
Okay.
and then we will return, hopefully before end of day, to end of business. If not, it'll be tomorrow. We'll return to
Okay.
discuss the rest of the
Okay. I have a few days. If you're not going to be able to, I'll be sadly disappointed. I'm sure the high priest would be too. But otherwise, I'll have to find alternative arrangements. Certainly.
I can go
I'll make
talk
sure-
to the church tonight.
I'll make sure to give you plenty of time to make those arrangements if necessary. But I
Okay.
think we should be okay.
Okay.
But okay.
All right,
So
from there,
now we leave.
you
and-
go back to town, or you
Right.
go back and do your thing. I'm gonna go to the church and
If-
talk to them about
If it's
this.
relevant, the name was Matthias Blucher.
Blucher. B-L-U-C-H-E-R.
Yep. Blucher.
sounds German.
Everything is German
It's-
in this game.
It's Warhammer.
Okay.
Everything
Okay.
is German.
The Empire is Germany.
Yes.
So that way,
That
and
explains a
at
lot.
dinner we'll if our wizard shows up,
Yeah.
if he makes
Well,
it.
no, the wizard showed up. He informed you he has a new he has new fancy digs at the university that he can share.
Gotcha.
Not to stay,
Not
but
to
you
stay.
guys can discuss, review, research, etc.
Somewhere
there.
private, secret, and researchable information there.
Oh, so we can all show up there to hang out
With
you?
my escort, yes.
Okay.
Right.
Cool. Nice.
Kind of
You,
like
you
that
all
place
do not
in
have
town
access,
works
access to
inside.
the university, but he now has his own private offices
Nice.
at the university.
Wonderful.
Basically a base of operation.
Yeah. Nice.
I just
We can't
Finally.
sleep,
It'll
but we can't
find
sleep
us.
on the floor in there.
That's it does.
Yeah. My
Okay.
character would know
I'll
that,
go to the
though.
church after this.
Okay.
I want to confirm.
Yeah.
Okay, you're heading to the church.
I will. And is it getting close to dinner time, or this is after dinner?
It's mid-afternoon.
Okay.
So I know you were training as a bounty hunter.
Yep.
That just a level 1.
Level 3.
Oh, okay. You're going from level 2 to level 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have all the
Lot of
trappings?
crossover. Yeah, I
Guess
need
so.
to pick up a horse.
Okay. You just need a
Seven.
horse.
So I needed to look how much that was.
Okay.
I'm not getting
Not that much
shy on money, but I might be getting shy on money.
Okay. So acquire the horse,
Yeah,
No, we looked it up.
and the saddle.
You only have to have
and there is a
little 15 or so.
um, 10 gold membership fee
Okay.
for level 3 training,
Am I allowed to alter some of my experience?
which gives you the authority badges, paperwork, etc., to be legally a 3rd level bounty
Does
hunter.
my haggle for it to be just
No.
the
No,
100%
just a
continuing
flat
up?
rate.
That's
For the
fine.
horse, it will. Yeah, just go with straight. Horse is an off-the-shelf thing, so just the flat rate.
Plus, I'm switching.
So, assuming you can afford all that, you're welcome to be bounty hunter. Okay, so you said you're heading to the temple.
Absolutely.
Okay, you arrive to the temple.
I go to the high priest,
Okay,
and
you're back early. I haven't summoned you.
I understand, but I was summoned by another individual, Matthias Blucher, down at the docks. He
Okay, yeah,
dropped your name, saying that he required my presence.
yeah. I was having dinner with him yesterday, and was talking about all these adventures you guys are going on. He commented he had a high value package he needed to get to Middenheim,
Okay.
so I figured you'd be a good fit for that.
I am. I'm a little confused as to where I stand then if you're suggesting I leave town under contract.
Oh, I'm not suggesting you leave town. From the way he was discussing, you had at least a few days
Sure.
before it became relevant. By that point, the Inquisitors and me should have our judgment that we can pass.
Fair enough. Thank you for your time. And do you have any idea what is in this package?
No,
Okay.
he just said it was urgent to get to Middenheim.
Well, if you note about the letter, we have business in Midnight.
Yes, that's why when he mentioned it, that's why I was commenting. This might be a good fit between your skills, abilities, and apparently parallel goals. This might be a good fit. And as a side note, I'll earn some money for the church.
Fair enough. Moving on. All right. Thank you for. I'll walk away. And
Okay.
at this point, now that I've had time to recoup from my interrogation so far, I will go find an armorer.
Okay.
One.
Slash
I want to try to find a blunderbuss.
Okay. Do you have any gunpowder skills?
No, it's not for me.
Okay.
I'll
I don't-
try to find a
I don't know if there's one on the list. Is there?
In Warhammer there is.
in Warhammer. there is.
Okay. Check the weapon list that I have.
There's no guns on the weapon list. That was an issue you had when you were trying to shoot me prior. You needed my list to do so. I didn't see any armor.
I thought I had put them
I
specifically.
thought you did too because we looked it up for that one shot and it was on that list.
Maybe I did.
But I don't know.
Maybe I looked at the wrong thing. I don't. That
Weapon
is right.
stats.
So was there something you
Because I was
wanted?
looking for a rifle earlier and I didn't see it.
Was there anything specific you wanted from the markets, purchasing and stuff like that?
I wanted to get higher quality armor.
Melee weapons,
Okay.
ranged weapons. That would
You have the money to
be
do
2
that?
ground.
No,
2 crowns.
How much more money do you need?
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
on.
Uh-huh.
On the
Right in the middle,
trying to
right
get, like,
top of the
plus
ranged
5
weapons.
Or plus 10 armor.
Okay.
But if I can't get that, then I want to get a very ornate armor.
So
something
I
that
just opened the
stands out.
attack tables. Is that
Nope, not the
right one?
attack tables. It's weaponstats.pdf.
So,
Well, I didn't have that on.
and I was trying to get him as a gift, a blunderbuss.
Okay. So yeah, you can acquire one. Sorry, you can't necessarily acquire one because it is a uncommon weapon. But you can check around town and see. Which is a
No, it's
believe it's a gossip check.
It's actually just a straight availability check. There's a chart in the
Okay,
consumer
so
guide.
availability check. It's fine too.
Probably didn't make it.
Okay.
Don't
So,
worry about it. I'll look
can
it
we
up.
just talk?
To each other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, making the assumption that this festival was the same festival that was talked about in the note that was sent,
What rarity is it?
which means
He doesn't know.
the brother of the
It's a city.
Wickendorf
Yeah,
We're
it's
currently in the city. It's a 90%
lady.
chance it's here.
Oh, then I made it.
was
Okay. So yeah, you find one.
something big for this
Okay.
festival.
2 gold.
And we may be delivering him the materials required to do something big for this festival.
Well, just
Okay, something corruption.
I mean, it's good for us to be there to stop it, because that's.
Or we check
I
what's
mean-
inside of the package before we deliver.
I mean, we could be getting
I'll get
40
like a-
gold
a
to
leather
take it
wrap
there,
for it,
40 gold to
right?
bring it back.
Okay. Add another gold to make
You
it
guys
fancy.
have no idea.
All the extras.
Yeah. And
We
I'll
just
get
said
like a
we're
nice
gonna openly
gift
talk
wrapping
about it.
for and all that shit.
Okay.
And he said, okay, so that means we know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
No, no.
a present.
Talking about what you
Okay.
guys are talking about.
Okay,
Um,
we just talked about it.
have you sorted out what you're going to do for your report?
I've been waiting for an open time to
He,
discuss.
he needs to discuss what he's going to report to the military.
Yeah. Want to make sure I don't
When we get
basically
together,
make us have to
Okay,
leave
spend-
early.
spend my XPs.
Okay.
No,
Fine.
no.
Level 2.
I'm just
So tell them about your exploits, the things that you've done.
Is what you
Gone and
need?
Got rid of that
No,
river
level 2
kraken
positions,
thing,
so
right?
That's what I got to. Which was
The one
kind
that was
of
outside.
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 That was the 2 weeks I was talking about previously.
shit to me.
Okay.
No, I mean,
because
no,
we're
I had a
discussing
pretty
that.
good
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
the two of
outside
them?
of
Yeah.
Oh,
outside
okay.
of
Oh,
the-
Yeah.
yeah,
my bad.
In
Just
character,
updating
yeah.
you. That's what I got.
Okay.
No, it makes sense what he's saying. But yeah, no, was it Rockford? It was down
Uh,
south of Grunberg.
yeah, Rockford.
South of Grunberg, you were tasked with getting rid of the river kraken so the
Or-
river was
Okay,
safe.
Yeah,
didn't
whatever
know
it was.
I'm medically trained
So you
after
did
2
that.
weeks.
Does anyone have an extra
No,
15
not
gold
yet.
laying
You
around?
can heal us now?
Stop asking
I
people for
can
gold.
much more weed.
Well, I can do
If I
whatever
can
I
actually level
want.
up.
And not die.
So we
And not
dealt
die.
with the disturbance down in
No, I'm still
Rockford.
just as squishy
with
as before.
whatever
So you
is
have
South of
causing.
Grunberg.
South-
Oh, yeah.
Rockford, I
That's
think, was the
750
place that got
experience
burnt to the
curve.
ground by some strange.
There should be an ability.
Right.
to
Let me
like,
let me
if
take
you
a
want
look.
to use
By
it,
Yeah,
Okay.
it's south of
you
Grunberg.
have to have
Yeah.
XP to use.
He did
and
that.
South
that
of
burns
Grunberg going
XP
to
that you get
Oswald.
cast or use
Oswald,
whatever that is.
somewhere
You
else.
assisted
What a difficult.
at the
It would, but it would be something really
that's
good.
where your
That would be incredibly-
halfling was killed. Was at the other
No,
tower
um,
north of
it
Grunberg.
was
You earn the
It's just
ability,
there's no
and
name.
you have to
like
spend XP
around
to use
here.
it.
But
Yeah.
it'd be something crazy. Like
Where we
instantly
helped
incinerate.
first to build the tower,
and then
And then
protect
we
the
helped-
tower from.
and we helped the witch hunter to
Yeah,
cleanse it,
Yeah.
something like that.
and then
I gotta give you
I probably should be
genuinely
learning this
have me
thing.
worried about the
well, just a
character.
few of those. I mean, those are some of the things. So when
the
they
whole
ask you,
idea.
you know, what you did in your
We should
profession,
count how many
but
times
remember,
that is
your
said.
soldiers
Well, I love how
are going to
all
have
you
to
assholes have
report
been a
as
part
well.
of this horrific corrupted
So
adventure.
I wouldn't lie about
And
it.
I'm the only one who has to answer
Yeah, I'm not
for it.
planning to lie.
You're with the church.
Because
and
you're the
it doesn't
only
matter
one
than
You
going
leave
to the
things
church.
out,
I gotta do my duty.
and then
Or
you
change classes.
Just become an outlaw.
Why would you
I'm a
change?
pet fighter.
I actually plan on now that I'm tier 4, or
and
hopefully
you
I'll
help
be tier
defeat
4 after I get a
a
few
mess
things
of
done.
undead in
I'm gonna go
Wickendorf,
witch hunter.
Yeah.
but not necessarily the Wickendorf.
You know
really
the
good fight,
Inquisitors
you
are
know?
level 3 witch
Yeah.
hunters, right? The level 3 of a witch hunter
Uh,
is Inquisitor.
Yeah,
So you're meeting with a whole bunch of witch hunters.
right.
Yeah.
And what have we been doing this whole time?
We still have witch
Hunting
hunters
witches.
hunting us. Do you remember when we went to go fight the?
I am well aware of that.
You
Yeah.
just gotta take it like
And hopefully they're
Eisenhower.
not. Hopefully this other witch hunter that we helped went and reported like he said,
Yeah.
and that has gotten around. I think that's probably why he wasn't murdered on the spot.
Yeah, sure. Or murder.
There has to be tons of rumors swirling around us and me as a character helping people around the Empire. There has to be tons of rumors like that.
Truly hope so.
Have you
Because
guys-
I have never, well, I really have not tried to hide my presence anywhere we've gone. So
Okay, so let's think about it this way, right? We are still wanted for killing nobles, right? Our name is still out there for
yeah,
killing
we
nobles.
keep still
So-
killing them.
If someone assassinates the president,
I didn't kill
but
him.
then goes out and does a bunch of good deeds, he's still going to be known for assassinating the president.
Senator, not president. We didn't kill the emperor yet.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's probably more accurate.
We got-
Senator.
That's our next goal.
More like a governor.
That's next chapter.
You kill
And you're
multiple
discussing these
high-
plans at the inn.
No.
You kill multiple
Our next goal is to kill the emperor.
We're lucky his character doesn't know that we've done these things.
Yeah. We're both new to the group still.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just putting putting it into perspective.
Right.
You kill a whole bunch of Congress people, and then do a few good deeds and expect people to. Just
You
like,
guys
okay.
might be new, but they also spent a week gossiping and bragging about all their achievements over the last on the boat.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So
Yeah.
he probably is aware of most of the general information. Maybe not the specifics, but
Well,
most of it.
I was
Well,
just
my
putting it
job
into
on was
perspective.
trying
Well,
to gather information.
I understand, but I mean, there's so much
Okay.
crossover between the
So,
three
Ben, you good?
Because I already did priest.
Oh,
Now I'm done war
hang on.
priest.
So,
So, there's so
far
much
I have
crossover with Witch
basically
Hunter. I can literally
here's
just
the river
walk in and
south
get
of
a tier 2 right off the
We're
gate.
going
Almost
to
tier 3.
Oslo.
You
How,
figure
how,
that
how you
it's,
develop your
I have
character
built,
is going
helped
to Witch
build
Hunter
and
anyway.
protect
Either
the
that
tower
or
north
Flagellum,
of
depending on
Eastdoor.
what the
Eastdoor of the
All
depending,
tower.
depending on their
and
judgment.
I have
You get
purged
raised abilities.
undead,
about Flagellum.
beastmen, and some
I
sort of
really did.
rat
Here's assault
creatures
now.
in
The
Wittendorf.
Rolemaster mechanics on there and make it so hard.
Yep. Yep.
Because of
And they
the
were-
talent
weren't just rat
flagellum,
creatures,
you
they
only, you only
rats
have
wearing
wounds equal to
armor
your level of
and
flagellant talent.
Stuff. And
Yeah.
So your first
First time you get it,
different.
you have 5
You
hit
can
points.
say
Different
they look
than
like
It's
these
kind of a
men.
big
broken
rat.
setup, I would
Yeah,
guess.
they weren't
but
good
Yeah.
rats.
It would be
Yeah.
a thing that you would have to
They-
change for Rolemaster.
Tried to communicate.
You guys think I'm obnoxious
Okay.
now.
Yep. Go for it, man.
Just
Okay.
flagellant.
Ready to get hanged.
Okay.
Anyone said
So
obnoxious.
the first day you head to the
Well, no, this would be the second day, because the first day.
first day in the afternoon. You took your notes. Second day you report to the military establishment.
Yes.
Okay. They readily issue you in, especially with your other soldiers. They're ordered to wait outside while you give your report. So same basic questions as everybody else.
Yeah.
How open and honest are you being about everything? Or are you adjusting things to
I'm doing my best not to lie, but also not to, like, fully tell the truth.
Okay. They seem most interested in the events of Wittgendorf and what happened with the nobility and the castle.
Like, specifics.
Yeah.
Like, what I found in the castle, or
Well,
sort of.
no. What part did you have in the uprising, in the destruction of the castle, the rebellion, etc.? They've heard lots of different rumors, and as you're going over your reports, they seem to narrow in on that as a defender of the realm. What was your part?
Man. My part in Wittendorf was not necessarily an associate, but more of, say, like, a protectorate? No.
I don't think growling at him is going to help.
Nope. They don't seem impressed by that.
Sorry.
To a beast man.
Call it corruption.
Yeah, there's several officers effectively on a tribunal trying to figure out what to determine about your actions and what information you're giving them. So they're taking your testimony and being prepared to take the testimony of your 3 soldiers.
Okay.
That's why you don't have Flagellum.
So, what's
my
your
part-
perspective on your part of the Battle of Wittgendorf?
My part was to enforce what was considered the law in the Empire and purging beastmen and undead in the city of Wittendorf.
Okay.
From what I have found in Wittendorf.
Okay, so you took it upon yourself to assault the castle because of undead?
Because of the both unholy and well, is unholy and unnatural the same thing?
No.
Okay. The unholy and unnatural things happening
And
within the castle with the nobles. That have been
and that's
appointed.
what initially had you decide to attack the castle?
Yes, because in the church of the city outside of the castle,
Uh-huh.
there were several dozen ghouls that were just roaming free in the town, and nothing was being done.
Were they ghouls or simply extremely starving people?
These were no longer living people. They were
Okay. And what made you conclude that the nobility was the cause?
because we had found numerous tunnels and other entrances that were at the church that were leading to the castle. As if
You
these
witnessed this
ghouls-
directly?
No, we found tunnels leading to the castle, and
Right. So you traveled those tunnels and witnessed them coming out of the castle?
I hate this.
Welcome to my father's life.
You know what I was gonna say, I
Yeah, I know.
You were so
I
quick
know.
to jump in on my conversation and constantly keep
You're getting
reminding
it, man.
me of
You're
shit.
getting it.
But you are just floundering. I love it.
You're
It's
getting
so
it.
beautiful.
You're close.
Yeah.
Keep going, man. You're good.
Yeah. We got this.
See,
We-
Andy, very fatherly
We-
of you, and I appreciate
We
it.
did not
I-
go all the way through
Not
to the
there.
tunnels for fear of a collapse because we appeared to be right underneath the small river.
So
going through
what
the castle.
justified your action of attacking the castle if you had no verifiable proof?
You keep breaking that poor kid's brain. You keep breaking it.
I'd be asking the same question if anybody
think
else in the
back-
situation.
Think back why
Yeah, I'm
you did it.
trying to.
What made us go, that is a good idea?
Warpstone.
Nope.
What?
Think again.
You're not completely wrong.
We had no,
I know.
well, but we had no idea there was
There
wolves
was
there.
one
Yeah, we did.
big
We had documents
predominant.
previously talked about it. In the previous tower, I shared it several times. That
So I mean,
we had
from your testimony, what you told the guards is you had all these adventures. Eventually, you got to Wickendorf. You went to the temple. You found ghouls. From that, you decided to attack the nobility and destroy the castle. That's a leap for them. They're not understanding your logic. All they're trying to do is understand your logic and your rationale. If your rationale is, I just decided the nobility was bad, that's rebellion.
I had found multiple documents from a rogue wizard leading a group of not a wizard per se, but more like a legal witch, I'd say.
Legal witch?
Th-
It's like
A
a
lo-
lawyer.
what's the word that I'm looking for?
I don't know.
Associate of the Wittengorths that was trying to hunt me and my party down, and she was using multiple demons and undead soldiers to
Okay.
follow us, and
So that would
attempt to
be
kill us.
that'd be
And-
Atelka and the
yes, the Tulsa
cultists.
and the cultists.
How do you know she was an associate of the nobility?
We found multiple documents on her when we dispatched her, and that led us to Wittengorf and her.
Okay, and to my recollection, there wasn't any such thing. So
Yes. I swear there were documents that we found on her. That
nope.
The whole reason.
Now, if that's what you want to tell them, that's fine. Okay. There was nothing on Atelka or her cultists that implicated anybody at Wittgendorf. Okay. So if your claim is you were attacked by these cultists, and they said for the glory of Wittgendorf, and as a result you went to go deal with the thing, then so be it. That's your story.
Take a deep breath.
Take a deep breath.
You see, you're making me recall stuff from like months ago.
Yep, I'm making you pay attention to the story and know the details. Now, they give you a 15-minute break to consult with your associates and get your story straight.
Phone a friend.
Phone a friend, okay? As you take some time to recollect your thoughts, go over the details, and perhaps discuss with the group, because I understand this is a newer challenge for you. But I'm just trying to get the facts straight from the perspective of the military, okay? And I'm not necessarily they haven't judged you one way or the other at this point. They're just trying to figure out why a soldier of the Empire took it upon himself to assault with an armed force the nobility. Okay? And so far the only answer is because there were undead at the temple, which isn't really appropriate. Now, you guys as a group came up with reasons why you had to do that. And that's why I'm saying, with the group, figure it out. You guys can discuss,
Okay.
give him some reasons so that he can answer the questions. Because again, I know this is challenging for you from a game.
This is a hard part of the game.
Yeah, this is the role-playing aspect.
Thing is, most of the stuff that is important to this was happening somewhat during school, and I
Right.
had multiple stuff to worry about.
And I know it was multiple months ago. That's why I'm saying everybody else's memory can help you. Thad doesn't remember yesterday, so that he's not helped. But the point is, compare your notes, come up with what your rationale is.
Remember,
I found a journal in the tower while I was captive that talked about the Wittgendorf castle, about how he had a warpstone cached in the basement.
In that,
Yep.
in the secret one. underneath
Dagmar
how we help-
Wittgendorf
Yeah, that
Yeah.
person.
for
So
Wittgenstein.
there was
Yeah.
documentation they found in the tower. The wizard
I was helpful.
showed. So you had proof that the Wittgendorfs were involved with warpstone, which is chaos.
And
We found a tunnel
priest
in the
and our
bottom of the
wizard
castle.
both realized a chaos.
Not saying we necessarily
summoning
assaulted
was
the
happening.
castle, right?
So we assaulted
Underneath.
the castle.
When we went in the basement of the
in
castle,
hopes that we could save the
so we went to
aristocracy,
investigate
and
the
it turned out to
warpstone.
be them. So
And
the
while we
whole
were under
castle
there, you
collapsed.
found-
He could have made it even easier.
Rat-
He could
giant
say,
rats,
"Why did you attack
some
the
kind
castle?"
of
Because the
evil
priest of
ghost
Sigmar told me
witch
to.
thing.
Yeah,
There was
absolutely.
At which
mean,
point,
it could've
then they come
that
down on
was
you.
the
That was
basement.
my
Yeah.
And then when we got into the castle, we realized
If you're being questioned by a
there was
tribunal, throw
enough
somebody else under the bus.
issues going on here that you
As
had
long as you're not,
mutated rats, had
Yeah, but mutants are not officially
yeah,
legal.
As long as they tell
mutated
the
rats,
complete
not
truth, they're
they
cool
weren't
with it.
mutant,
Yeah, but
like
you-
mutant people. So just a question: the giant rats being mutated giant rats, not the Skaven, giant mutated rats
Bretonians.
are not mutants. They aren't like mutants.
You mean oversized rats?
Yeah, like they aren't like the human.
No, those are just oversized monstrous rats.
Okay. So,
Those are abominations and certainly subject to be killed.
gotcha. So the documentation about the warpstone and the
I
Wittgendorf
hope there's
was
an
enough
Englishman watching, and he's
to
like,
get
what
us
the fuck?
Do we
here.
still have that?
He does, I'm sure. He's probably at the college with it, but you have knowledge of it, and they can try to go out
They
and
can
suss that
validate
out
and
later
get that
on.
information. Yeah.
So you have documentation that there was the Wittgendorf were importing warpstone into their castle.
Oh, that'd be funny as hell.
So that's enough of a reason to investigate. Whereas
Where's
we
your
found other
tail?
tunnels underneath the Temple of Sigmar, which directed towards the castle and the river. So when we couldn't continue on there, we searched along the river and found an entrance underneath the
Where's
castle
your snow globes?
where there were mutated creatures, there were
Well,
giant bats.
and again, I don't
Vermin.
disagree with the story. from a GM standpoint, you're intentionally being misleading because the reason you went and found the caves was because the rebels told you to do so.
That's why I didn't bring it up.
We also,
I was gonna
when
say,
we were in
If
the
you
town-
have a rationale, that's
Okay.
fine. But if your answer is the local people told us to attack the castle,
right.
that's rebellion.
The peasants told us to kill the aristocracy.
When the
people
guards
we thought were mutated.
when the
told us
guards
to storm the
when the
castle.
guards came out, when they were escorting Lady whatever,
Marguerite.
They didn't know they were
Marguerite, those guards approached up close to us, and they smelled of death, looked of death. Pieces of
The
their
funny thing
flesh
is, that's
were
not
not
what I thought
on.
he was
They were
referring
peeling
to.
off. They were
See the
either
girls, I'm like,
badly
oh, that's the joke.
chaos
Influence.
infused
That
or undead.
that wouldn't be valid because that was inside of the castle.
It
Never
was
saw
not.
it.
No,
This
yeah,
was
they,
outside of the
yeah, they
castle.
originally just encountered some guards in the village ahead of time, and they knew they smelled of death.
Right.
They couldn't confirm whether they were undead or just really bad bathers, but there was some suspicion there, certainly.
Right. So
Yeah,
combination
she was acting sus as hell though.
and while
noble.
while she has the right to take people at will because she is the noble,
Mhm.
at the same time there was enough rumor to go along with the facts that we had.
Rumors don't hold up in a court of law.
This isn't a court of law.
It was a military
Sorry.
tribunal.
Military
A
tribunal.
military tribunal probably doesn't go with rumors.
Oh, they absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
so?
Yep.
Their job is to protect the empire.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Right. And that's
If there's a rumor of something going bad,
They
it's his duty to investigate.
Yep. Right.
Having seen firsthand court martials, yeah, military tribunals.
They
are not,
they do not care about the law.
They
They don't care about the fucking truth.
So between the
A lot of what
between
they
the
do is based on
actual
research.
evidence you had,
And
That's why it's
proof that you
highly
had,
recommended you have a lawyer present. when you
the
go.
visual
Yeah.
sight and
Description.
smell of the
Military
of the group
judges
of
or
guards
military courts are
and the lady.
definitely
and the
unfair.
people
Oh, yeah.
in the rumors from the
They're
town.
they're slanted heavily to
And the
protect
fact
the
that-
military.
The Temple of Sigmar had been
It's
all
private law
routed
that's
out and
protecting
destroyed.
the person.
All of
Have you ever
that
heard of RHIP,
because the Temple of Sigmar
Matt?
is because the king is King
RHIP.
Sigmar. is
You've
a
never heard
god.
that? Rank has
Oh, yeah.
One hit point.
So there's some of it. If you want to ask
There you go.
somebody else, go
One
ahead.
wound
No,
or just one hit point?
Because I want to make sure.
Okay.
I know because I know
That,
this is
that's
hard.
an expensive hit point for
Really
700 XP.
This is reminding me of my Spanish speeches I had to do all in Spanish.
There you go.
You're getting fucking
You're
railroaded.
screwed.
You can't afford fucking
So.
lawyers.
Okay, so you understand the intent here?
I think so.
Okay, so they call you back in and say, okay, now that you've had a chance to collect your thoughts, what's your rationale for attacking the nobility? Why did you destroy the castle?
We had found a journal going directly to Wittengorf that they were importing warpstone to use for chaotic means.
Okay.
And based on the rumors and the overall sight and smell of the guards that we saw in the town of Wittengorf, that appeared to be either not maintained, like the guards were not maintaining themselves, or they were undead. And based on all the rumors that we had found in the town, I took it upon myself to engage the castle and investigate.
Okay.
And what we found in the castle was them both using chaotic means to both reanimate the dead and use the dead in
Okay, so you
different
found
means.
you found evidence to back up your suspicions.
Yes.
Okay. Did you make every attempt possible to rescue everyone within the castle?
Yes, we had found numerous peasants that were being held there and had shown signs of not mutation, but signs that they were exposed to the
Okay.
the unease or undead in the castle.
Okay. And what ultimately caused the destruction of the castle?
we were investigating the basement of the inner tower when we came across a secret door.
You're good. Keep going.
When we came across a secret door in a cavern in the dungeon. Yeah, they were dungeons of the inner castle.
Okay.
And we found dozens of not necessarily giant mutated rats, but more intelligent than basic rats. They were wearing armor and had these weird looking shields with a strange symbol. Could I attempt to draw the symbol? Like,
Sure.
show them the symbol?
Okay.
They were probably just beastmen, but they appeared to be doing some sort of ritual. And the next thing I knew, the ground was shaking uncontrollably, and at that point, me and my group retreated out of the castle, and all of a sudden, the ground started splitting open, and we barely made it out of the castle alive.
Okay. So you're saying
Numerous people were.
you're saying giant rat men destroyed the castle. They look sort of suspicious at each other.
About the size of. What were they about the size of? Like a dwarf or a human? Like a mid-sized human?
Sure.
Like about the size of a mid-sized human. They used poisonous gas to attack us.
Okay. Well, stand over there for a moment. They progressively call in your other soldiers, ask them very similar questions. Fundamentally, as they get to the question of, well, why'd you guys attack the castle? They all pause for a moment, then look over in your direction, and then respond, because he told us to, and leave it at that. Yeah, they don't really contradict anything you say or have said. At the end of the interview, they say, okay, you head back to wherever you're currently barracked. We'll pass our judgment by tomorrow and let you know what the results are. Okay? And they release you and your fellow guys.
Oh. I love how the two
Good job,
scumbags
man.
in the group.
No, good job.
They don't have to
For
do
real.
anything.
Good job.
They're like,
That's your
yeah, we
that's
just
your
don't
first
know.
time
They
having to
don't.
do that?
They don't report to an organization.
Right. But that being your
The
first
three
time
of
having
us
to do
are
that,
all
that
like,
wasn't
well,
bad.
not you.
Right.
But me and him are like,
He-
sweating.
I just tell her to
He just openly tells them everything.
I don't have to report
I-
anyone.
That's what I would do. That we have to remember what we lied about last time.
Yeah.
And every single
Okay.
time
But,
I grab college, I
yeah,
give them the
I'll
journal.
go back
Every
to
single time I
the
go to
tavern.
Functionally,
get
the
that
trick, or at least the suggestion I would have, when the
a new
military is
Wittgenstein.
interviewing you,
It's funny
keep your
stuff, man.
answers short and direct. As in, why did you attack the castle? Because we had evidence pointing to the castle.
Oh.
If they want to know what you
Yeah, they don't. If they ask for the other details, great. But if you and the more you answer, the more questions they can have. So anyway, that irrelevant to that. Yeah, I think you did fine. So you guys are all doing your training, etc. Another day goes by. You are summoned back to the temple. You are summoned back to the barracks or to the militia.
I've got my guns during the day.
Sure. Yeah, you have all your weapons and everything, just in case you need to flee.
You get Dorothy.
Okay, thanks.
You gift the new person a gun.
Wouldn't mind having a ballista backup.
You're gonna give
Does he actually have gunpowder skill?
Well,
Yeah,
that,
I have black
He
powder.
does.
Okay.
your engineers.
that night, by the way, before
Okay.
I go back,
Pardon.
I present my gift.
Okay.
To me?
Yeah.
Oh.
You have a nice.
He gives you a
ornate-
wrapped weapon.
Oh, wrapped weapon.
A nice ornate blunderbuss now.
Now you have to buy the
He says, "Nice." He
Yeah.
gives it to the engineer.
Look at all these cool things.
Engineer says,
That-
"This group is wonderful."
I appreciate this gift so much it will go significantly towards your debt.
You've saved my life
I
many times.
appreciate
I am everything you give me is an investment in all all pay out eventually.
You also have 10 shot and powder for 10 shots.
I didn't know what I needed to buy for that.
Yeah, I don't either. Probably forks to jam in the end of it.
Yeah, oh my
Yes.
god.
Dimes and marbles, man. Dimes and marbles.
Any shot.
Functionally, it's shot. I assume there's an ammo listing.
There are different types of ammo, but I think it's like improvised shot or
Okay.
This one
small
uses
shot or something
70
like that.
caliber.
I don't know. It's kind of like
where I can't see shit.
it's where the powder, then you put rocks in it, fire it.
The blunderbuss
so
has
you-
blast
all
is
you need.
dangerous and reload.
Yeah,
too.
we don't do those though.
Yeah, you gotta check the weapon list from Rolemaster.
Yeah, we can.
That would have been amazing. Oh, that would have been epic.
It's fine. I never gave gifts for the priest anyway.
You get the wrong idea.
Go ahead and
I didn't,
I think he likes me.
I didn't see this
That's right.
as a charitable one.
Okay, so you guys are summoned back to your respective offices. They send a messenger saying they have the results for the dagger, if you care.
Oh yeah, I do.
Okay.
Had it
Are you
especially
sharing
for
said
you.
information, or you want to see?
Yeah,
on
sure,
secret?
I'll share
Okay.
it. I'm
Um,
not keeping it secret.
The dagger is enchanted with necromantic magic.
Okay.
It has a +10 magical bonus,
Okay.
and half the hit points that it does recovers as hit points to the wielder.
Lifesteal.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll give it back to him. I'll tell him about this.
We can stab each other to heal.
You can.
Alrighty.
Now, they do suspect the life-stealing aspect has some limitations.
Okay.
I.e., it needs to be... The main thing they expect is it has to be used in a heightened emotional state, such as in combat or defending yourself.
Okay.
You can't just walk around town slashing people and heal yourself up.
heal, 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 heal.
Okay.
They also suspect it has longer-term drawbacks that they're not able to discern at this point.
Matt,
Yeah.
do you want to keep the dagger, or do you want the college to hold on to it for a small reward? Well,
Small
well,
reward.
not small reward.
5 gold.
It's a magic item, so probably a substantial reward, or some equivalent, because it does have long-term drawbacks.
No, I'd prefer to keep it.
Okay.
Okay. You head back to the temple.
Yes.
The high priest is there, along with most of his staff, and a surprising number of temple guards.
I want to give him my chin up.
That you weren't really even aware they had this many guards.
I'm in trouble.
Okay.
I'm sitting going, how many can I take?
You walk in. There, yeah. You walk down the line in between the 10 or 20 or so heavily armed temple guards and so forth, who all very sternly look at you as you walk in. You get up to the high priest, and he goes into his lengthy religious diatribe about whatever. I won't bore you with the details of that. Talking about the glory of Sigmar and all these other wonderful things and so forth. And for the longest period, yeah, you think you're about to be put to death. And then finally he comes around and says, based on service to Sigmar, he has granted you a ribbon of recognition from Sigmar. And they present you with one of those reddish things with the paper tassels on it. Yeah, the seals. As a agent of Sigmar and so forth. They also officially clear your name for all prior events and activities within the official records of the church.
Excellent.
Okay?
I like this whole thing. It's just a seal with paper towels.
It is. They ceremoniously affix it to your armor.
Mm-hmm.
It grants you a +5 defensive magic bonus.
Boom.
Okay.
You have 5 defense.
Fireball hits. Everybody 0. That
5.
Thank you. Okay, awesome.
That also, as long as you're acting in the service of Sigmar, gives you a +5 on your prayers.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Step that.
Okay.
Will this
Now it's
count
time
as
for
my
me
holy
to be
symbol?
the exact opposite.
No,
No, okay.
no. You still need your holy symbol. Still got to do everything else. This is just an extra sign that you've done great things in the service of Sigmar.
Would you ever leave your hammer though?
Like it's a purity seal.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I got faith.
Does he lose corruption when he gets that? Since it's a purity seal.
Sure. Knock off 2 corruption.
Yeah! Thank you!
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna be greedy, man.
He
I'll do
feels
that.
nub push back in.
That's right. the voices get quiet.
No, he wants to stay. No?
Okay,
Oh, dude,
Ben.
that is fucking funny.
You are brought before the tribunal, and they first pass judgment on your soldiers, clearing them of any wrongdoing since they were acting under orders.
Oh no.
Okay, so any blame or glory goes to their captain. They are relieved of any such burdens. However, they have been reassigned and are being transferred immediately to the Talabheim border, where various fights have been breaking out, as you guys have been hearing rumors of. Talabakland and the neighboring county have been fighting.
When will they leave?
They ship out tomorrow. Okay, so you don't need to worry about your NPCs. Okay.
Yeah.
As far as your duties, based on the information they have and the reports from the Inquisitors, they determined that you have, although perhaps stretched some of the rules, given that the end result validated your concerns, they judge you as non-guilty. Okay. They don't quite say you're innocent, and they don't say you're guilty. They just consider you non-guilty. Okay.
I'm gonna split that.
That's right. They're going right down the middle there. As a result, they give you your choice of postings if you wish to stay in the military, or if you wish to leave, they will give you their recommendation as an honorable discharge.
So, So, if I were to be stationed, would that basically mean I need to make another character?
No, you go to your next level, and wherever you want to go, i.e. Middenheim, would be your new station.
I'm living at Altdorf now.
You are. Or you can get an honorable discharge from the military and take up whatever career you wish, which I thought was what your plan was.
Yeah.
Okay? So that's what you're going to do?
Let me just double.
Now he's like, man, I'm gonna get my next rank. Let me see what my.
Yeah, let me just double
We
check.
had that same option earlier.
No, I haven't gotten my skills all the way.
Mine. It's like I get a magic library and a magic workshop.
So I
and
gave
that's
him
like
a magic library.
I haven't even gotten all my skills up
I
to
still
level
need to train
15.
in a second apprentice, so we're gonna be having
You
a
can
tag
still
along.
be
Yeah.
honorably discharged and
You can, like I said, you can take the honorable discharge, or they can give you the posting of your request. Whether or not you go to level 4 doesn't matter. Okay. But they're giving you the recognition for service to the Empire of choosing your next posting and relieving you of the duty of having underlings. Now, indirectly, they're saying they're sort of implying.
That I own it now.
Indirectly, they're sort of implying they don't trust your ability to give orders and not cause trouble, because they've relocated your soldiers to the front lines, where
They got
likely they're going to get
they
killed.
got relieved to the front lines.
Okay? You're not being punished because you're not guilty, but you're also not thoroughly innocent, therefore they're not giving you grand promotions, etc. Follow? Okay. Now, they're willing to give you your posting if you want to stay as a soldier. If you want to go to the next rank, continue advancing as a soldier, fine. If you want to leave and say, nope, the military's not for me, I want to be a guard, great. They'll give you an honorable discharge and proper respect, etc. You can get a job as a guard anywhere you want.
I'll hire you as a guard. Your guard skills are
Okay.
amazing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to play into what you've stated your character goals were.
I wouldn't do tier 4 as a soldier.
Yeah,
There's nothing
I'm-
to it.
It's gold 1.
It's actually really lame.
Yeah. I'm
Controlling more people. I mean, if you
Yeah.
want to go to Talabakland and fight in the wars, that'd be a great place.
Yeah, it's one of those weird classes that when you hit tier 4, it's
Doesn't help you.
doesn't really
It's
help.
not an adventuring career.
No.
But yeah,
Guard,
I'll
though, man. Go guard. That
I'll
shit's
go
awesome.
guard.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so you're going to take the honorable
One of
discharge.
the best
Yeah.
first tier
Okay.
classes to take from a fighter.
As a reward for service to the Empire, they give you your choice of a ceremonial weapon, shield, or suit of armor.
I'd be armor.
Give him time to think about it.
Mac, you don't have an armor type
My
weapon?
God.
I completely agree with that.
Armor's been much harder to come across than weapons.
This is not pick the armor you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, it's,
They'll give you a
Have this stuff
appropriate. They'll give you an appropriate suit of armor, but it's a. If armor is what you want as a symbol of your station and your rank, they'll give you a suit. They'll give you a nice suit of armor.
I fought in the war and all I got was his t-shirt.
I think I'll go with the armor.
That was
You want the armor versus a shield or a weapon?
Hurrah.
What are you? I can't say.
Nope, you're not
No.
there. It's his decision. He spent the last year and a half in the military.
Yeah.
Literally, I think.
Yeah, literally. We have this character has literally been in the military.
And certainly after a year and a half in the army, they give you all sorts of stuff, isn't it? Kick you out the door and say thanks.
You get 2 MREs.
We'll
right.
let you actually not have to worry about eating ham slice today.
That's right. You have the
Do I
advantage
not,
of eating real
will
food.
I not, player, will I not know the benefits of each one?
No, you're not going to know the benefits of each one. I'm not going to compare the different benefits. But once you make your choice, you'll know the benefits of what you get.
I
What's
think,
most important to you as a guard?
I feel like
Look at your trappings. So
If you have any specific trappings you don't have, which I doubt.
I have basically all of them. I purchased the buckler a bit ago.
I guess you can go with the ceremonial buckler.
No.
yeah, he
probably
already
wouldn't.
has all of the trappings to go to tier
Oh,
4.
I figured he would.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a guard and a soldier is very similar.
Yeah, he just doesn't have to have a horse.
That's a horse?
The trappings are
For high level of it.
Yeah.
You may not be going to that right now anyway.
Okay.
We could get you everything you need on that
Also,
today.
look
So,
at
which
the-
one?
Armor.
Armor?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what
Then
I would-
they give you a nice suit of armor type 18, greaves and breastplate, to replace your badly battle damaged one.
Okay.
And it has a built-in +5 non-magical bonus.
No, I'm not. Okay.
Okay. Okay. I believe that was all the big. We're in trouble with the law sorts
I feel
of
like
things.
that might have been worse than my Spanish.
Over the course of a couple of days, Matt, you managed to make contact with the underground, and they're willing to train you as a thief to learn the basics.
Okay.
They don't really think you're going to be that successful, what with the missing ear and everything. It's hard to hear the guards coming.
Yep.
But they're willing to give you a try. While you are in Altdorf, any crimes you commit, you owe a 40% tithe to the guild.
Okay.
If you go elsewhere in the empire, you owe them 10%.
Okay.
Okay?
And so all I need to know now is there a place where I can get something to offset this minus 25?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's prosthetics in the book.
Yeah,
Level 1 engineer, engineering marvel. I rolled a 20.
So
Gives you
do
a
I go
can.
and mark off the XP to go
Hey,
to?
some string.
to
String
go to
hammer.
Whatever advancement you want to do as far as
It
guard,
works
go
when you
for
got
it.
2 cans.
Yeah,
It should work when
engineering
you add
marble,
the can,
20
right?
So XP.
20 gold is an engineering marvel.
Yep.
Great, prosthetic.
Yeah, only for the exceedingly rare.
Marvel. Prosthetic now is marble.
Well,
Loss of an ear, hand, arm, or leg. Steam hisses, machinery clicks in place of blood and muscle. And if you receive a critical wound to the marble, it breaks down and needs to be taken back for cost of repair. At least 10% of the base cost.
okay.
Yeah.
So, is there a lower quality one?
There is not. There's eye patch, false eye, false leg, gilded nose, hook, and wooden teeth.
Okay. So, for, say, 2 gold, you can get a wooden ear.
The ear horn.
Okay.
What's the
A little better than an ear horn because it doesn't occupy your hand. You can wear it. It's got to be strapped over your head, sort of like an eye patch, but for your ear.
Right.
It'll reduce the, I think it's minus 50 right now.
Minus 25.
Minus 25. It'll reduce it to a minus 10.
But it's been carved into the shape of a human ear.
It is, unfortunately, if you got time, they'll carve an elven ear for you.
I wanted to ask about the marbles. Do we
Okay,
have that?
yeah, you can acquire one of those.
Okay, and elven, obviously.
Sure. If you're paying that much money, yeah, they'll tune it to you.
Okay, and will that eliminate the 25?
Yeah, that'll eliminate it completely. You'll be back to 0.
20 gold.
20 gold. You have a ear. Again, you still got to strap it on your head, and you have to wind it each morning.
It says bows on the side of it.
That's right. Has a little dial. You can turn up the bass. Dum, dum, dum.
It gives me surround sound.
And when you lose a tooth, they can install Bluetooth.
Oh,
Nice.
I go ahead and pay for it.
Okay. No problem. They outfit you with that over the course of the next couple of days, and so forth. So, what other business do you guys have in town, or questions that need to be answered, other than the training, which is what I understand you guys are doing?
Yeah, I have a question.
Okay.
So are you saying that I get guardsmen without using XP, or
You still got to pay the XP.
okay?
Doesn't give you that. They put in a good word, and the Guardsman Guild or whatever, the place that's training you, because of your military history and your honorable discharge, waives any membership fees for whatever ranks you have. You have on your record a honorable discharge and commendation from the military. Okay. Couple days later, did you guys decide to take Matthias up on his offer?
how much time do you need here?
I need the 2 weeks.
Okay. I'm going to assume, based on all the various retrainings, etc., assuming nobody has anything else that has to come up,
Right.
you have approximately 2 weeks before the start of the carnival.
So he can get his
It's-
own weekend, and then it's a week to get
Well,
there.
no, with all the training and everything else, all that's done, you guys have 2 weeks before the start of carnival.
Okay.
The package needs to be delivered before the start of carnival, and it's a 1-week carriage ride there.
So it gives us a week of cushion after.
Gives you a week of cushion,
Yeah.
give or take, along the journey.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll take the contract.
If you opt to take boat, which is what I thought I heard earlier, it's a 4-week journey,
Yeah,
Oh,
you carry-
it's longer?
much longer.
Okay.
They're going upriver, I'm guessing.
Going upriver, it's not really a trade route. The highway from Altdorf to Middenheim is the Altdorf-Middenheim Highway. It's a major thoroughfare. There are 3 coach lines that head up there. It's only a matter of you guys choosing the coach line you want.
But we're, as a group, are we cleared of wrongdoing, or just him with the church? And
He
him
is
with the
he and
military?
associates are cleared of all past wrongdoing
With the church.
with the church,
Not the
because that's the only authority that they have.
Okay.
They are the ones that engage the witch hunters,
Okay.
so that issue has been resolved for the time being.
Okay.
Okay, now he's unknown
Right.
to this, so he's completely
Both
irrelevant.
of them are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Well, no.
All 3 of you.
Between your notes, Matt and William were both included in the storylines.
Yeah.
You didn't hide any
Okay,
of that.
fair enough.
Yeah.
So they're included.
Okay.
And as far as
we're
the
clear.
church is concerned, you guys are innocent.
Okay.
As far as the military is concerned, they're sweeping it under the rug.
Gotcha. That happens.
Okay. Now, as a side caveat, they do direct you. You are not to discuss the presence of, quote, human-sized rat-headed creatures with anybody in the Empire. Such things are not known, they do not exist, and we will not have you spreading false rumors and falsehoods in the Empire. You understand?
Yes.
I.e., they're marking that as confidential, top-secret information.
No UFOs.
None shall know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, Area 51.
Sure.
So
So,
so yeah.
That's why there's a country of Bretonia and a country of the Empire.
Well, no, that's part of the reason why the Empire doesn't believe in Skaven, because every time they show up, the Empire sweeps it under the rug.
Men in Black.
So before we go talk to
Matthias?
Matthias. Bruca.
So, I think you overestimate my haggle ability.
I don't necessarily overestimate it. I appreciate my own.
Gotcha. So, if there's somebody else that has a significant haggle ability,
Do we know of anybody in
I
that group?
do not. Does anybody in our group have a?
Is
Both
anybody?
of you guys have a much higher.
I have craft.
Oh,
oh,
shit.
no, I have
Is this
craft.
at the
I have
end
a
of the
37.
Is this at the end?
Yeah, that's a
We're
good
tied.
question.
Is this at the end of the 2 weeks?
Yes.
Because I have now language gilder and etiquette gilder.
He's learned how to talk haggle.
Nice. So I got etiquette dealer. Well, good. And then yours is 37. What's your haggle?
My haggle is only a 33 though.
Oh shit.
So
Okay,
the
I'll
best
do
is
it.
us two.
But he knows Gilder.
Well, you have a better.
Which gives so he could assist somebody
I
using
thought
the gilder
somebody
like
had
I
a good
was.
Sure.
leadership in the group.
That was my
I'll
last.
do it. I got
No,
a
other
31.
than you. Other than you.
Gotcha.
I
So
thought
yours is
that's
37.
Mine's average.
45.
Mine's
What's
average.
yours?
So.
Matt?
37.
I have
Okay.
a question.
Oh,
Okay.
mine will be like.
For level 2 for
In the
guard,
60s.
it requires a shield, but for
For
level
haggle?
1 it requires a buckler.
You have
Would
the
that be
buckler
effective?
during the original time while you're learning the basics of being a guard,
Yeah.
and then you throw it away and you use your regular shield.
Pretty
Okay,
close.
because I was
Got it
wanting to
really
give
high.
it to him because he requires a buckler.
Fine, give him the buckler.
So
I was just saying because I have
Hmm?
all the requirements.
I can assist to that.
yes, if you assist, and then I mean either one of them because they've got the same. If you want to, you guys want to try to haggle for a higher price, but that's the chance we take because right now we're at 80 gold before we leave, which would fully replenish the group, and then the group fund have 30 or 40, and then plenty of gold for everyone else, or
You could go the other way.
or we end up
Or
the
it could
other
go
way.
worse.
It could go worse or better, but so it's up to you guys what you feel your skill because mine is not.
I'm confident in my aid, my aid ability.
All right, why don't
He's
you and I go
confident
talk
in
to
his
him
fortune
again?
points.
Yeah,
How about this?
I got 4 fortune points.
You and I will go back and deal with it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, the two of you are going to make the deal?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What?
for the pay. On
They're
this
trying to negotiate a
trip to
better
go
pay.
to Midnight.
I don't
Okay.
think this is a good idea.
So just the two of you are going?
What's your vote, isn't it?
52 currently.
Oh well, shoot. Yep, that's fine. Go to it. Do your thing.
Okay.
If we're spending 2 weeks, 52.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Alright.
So you're going to aid?
Yeah,
How
roll.
did our jobs for now?
I'm re-rolling.
Give me a
I'm re-rolling.
skill roll. And you, it's going to be weapon skill
Oh, okay.
There you
because
go.
you're a pit fighter, and you're an engineer. So give me your engineering roll.
Weapon skill or combat?
On my aid, so I don't know.
Weapon skill
I don't know.
How much is
because you're not necessarily using your ideal weapon.
I'm basically translating
It's
from
okay.
Guild and Gilder speak.
Fine.
There's a whole language for Guild.
That's awesome.
Yep.
What? Okay.
I don't have language of it.
Oh.
And again, unless you roll really terrible, all you're really doing is you're breaking even.
Okay.
Okay, so you don't spend anything, you don't gain anything. You're passively successful as a pit fighter for 2 weeks.
I'll admit that panicked me.
Okay, Carter, you want to make your engineering roll?
Rolling a
So for the
70.
aid, I got a 140.
Hey, Matt.
A 143. Okay, so you get a plus 20.
Know what I would do
Let's
because
say
I need a
96,
different
so
weapon
roll to
training.
52
Weapon
plus, how much?
two-handed
20?
for guard.
If I
I need
roll,
weapon
That's
full
an
on.
8
not two-handed.
T.
I already
Do I
have
roll
both
double
those weapons.
open-ended?
Melee.
Yeah.
I rolled a 96
Yeah,
and a
89.
100.
Yes, you
Yeah.
can roll in
So
double.
what do you
also
estimate
roll.
that?
You can make more.
How would I
And then
do
a
this?
98.
Would I
You
just
keep
add
rolling.
in another skill down
100,
here,
uh,
here,
keep
weapon
going.
full
196 was
151.
Form.
Okay.
Bro, you're
Um,
rich.
You just want to mark it, make sure.
Okay.
You know it's not-
Yeah, you guys walk up to him. Between his ability to speak his language and your recent award.
I got a 386.
Oh shit!
Okay, give me just a second. You walk up.
Open-ended 3 times.
Okay. Okay.
Engineer.
Okay. Hold on.
Hold on. Okay, so you walk up, showing off your brand new purity seal and everything. Fairly easily, you convince him to up it to 100 gold.
On both ends.
Yes,
Awesome.
Jesus, man.
So 100 up front and 100.
he'll pay you 100 up front the day you leave, and on delivery you'll get another 100 gold. You take a job you think it was going to be relatively easy, and then next thing you know, you're doing all this fine work with stuff you haven't ever really done before, but you have a natural talent, and before you know it, you've crafted like an ideal elven steam ear. And at the end of the week, you clear 4 gold.
Wow.
Well done,
Man.
both of you.
What's
well
your
done.
maker's mark look like?
And get a field commission to go out and field test it
Wow.
with the patient.
Wow. Wait.
Nice.
What's going to screw me over is I have the utmost confidence now in this particular engineer. I think he is I don't care what anybody says, he's got it.
It's about a day or two into the sizing and testing and everything when you realize he's the one building it,
Right.
and the other students at the place are actually rather impressed with his skill.
I'm a student.
I don't watch
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
He apparently has some natural talent to make elven ears.
Fantastic.
So,
Wow.
Goes along with Andy's fingers.
okay.
Wow. That worked.
So that's
All right. Well, when we go to leave, so we're all good.
300.
Everybody gets 10. 30 goes into the group pot.
all right. That's a lot of money.
Also, I do have to add that we're going to have a extra person with the college
Triple opening.
for a little bit.
Okay. To that end, do I get a apprentice priest, a novitiate to take with?
Do you want a novitiate to go with?
We're
They assign a novitiate to the temple to keep your personal records and memoirs,
okay.
to record the history of Frederick von Sigmar. High,
On Sigmar.
yes,
Ooh, man.
high priest of Sigmar, etc. Assuming that's what you ended up leveling up as.
Yep. I'm
Okay.
now tier 4. It's
Um,
called a captain.
Effectively a clerk in the temple who's going to record all your histories and so forth as reports come in.
Okay. Well, then
Um,
I won't bother with it because I just don't want to manage another NPC.
that's
But-
which is sort of my thought.
Yeah. I'll start taking your cue and I'll start making a diary then
Okay.
of our actions.
Similarly,
To include
they are more than willing. They have plenty of volunteers that are willing to go out into the wilds with you. However, if you prefer, then Giselle can train your apprentice and give you the same credit and leave the apprentice here.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. Now, knowing Giselle, hopefully she'll keep him alive. But being the college, they sign a waiver for that, so there's not really much concern. It's all part of your licensing program.
I
So.
am going to take my armor, like I said, and go have it
Sure.
brought up a level in
You should
quality.
just like.
Okay.
And can I step it from 19 to 20?
No, not really. It's
I'd have to buy a whole new
yeah,
set.
20 would be a whole new set.
Okay.
It is very, very different.
Yeah.
Although we could probably do that while you're here.
Yeah, I think that I'm going to want to do that. Just commission a new set of armor to do.
They can, but it won't have the purity seal.
So the purity seal is the purity.
Is through holy ritual affixed to your armor.
That's fine.
It effectively your armor has become a relic of the church,
That's fine.
as is the rest of your stuff.
Then I will pay the church to clean it up.
Yeah, they'll do the repairs. I mean,
Do the nice lacquering.
after 3 or 4 days, it looks like a brand new suit of armor. But you're in armor type 19 at this point.
Well, thanks for this. I'll take 1820.
Toss it in the pile.
Well, I mean, the difference between 19 and 20. It's the crits start a lot lower.
There is about a 6-point difference.
There's a little bit of a difference, but it's also a lot
Hey,
heavier.
clerk, how would you like to wear my armor?
You need
At your stay?
No, sir, I only move one. Okay.
So I have a
you
question.
need robots.
For
that's how long.
the second level for
My
guard,
clerks
it
work
requires melee.
5
It
points of damage.
you get melee pole arm, and you have to have a spear to use. So
Or quarterstaff or any other polearm.
yeah, but it requires a spear for second level.
Okay.
I already have melee two-handed for my second melee. Will I just add in another?
Yeah.
Yep. You're just more skilled, man.
More skills.
I hate
Okay.
about stealth is that I had to develop stealth urban. I was stealth rural, now stealth urban.
That's right.
And I am.
Gotta be stealthy in the city.
And I am keeping this armor, like, to
It's fine.
like
That's the whole point.
very.
The whole point of this process is you're building the story of your character, however the game takes it.
And then my question, I hope it's really quick.
I got a library.
So, I have the ability to get Sprinter. I'm a Swift Runner. Movement attribute counts as 1 higher when running. I have to move the full 8
With Sprinter,
with Sprinter. Is that because fleeing?
Yes.
If I'm running away, I get +1 to the whole fleet. But this is just run. This isn't a full out like.
a run is a double move.
It's a
Is it
double
a
move.
movement attribute?
Yes.
So it increases just his base move of 1.
So. Yeah,
If
when
he
running,
runs-
but only when I'm running. So
Okay,
I have to
Right.
move 8.
Okay.
So
get
so
9.
if you have what's your base move right now?
4.
4. Okay, so you can go 8 squares in a run,
Yep.
which is 2 moves. In this case, you can go 9.
Okay.
Okay.
1 for each. Of the
Oh, it
moves,
raises
so
your movement
base
stat.
attribute.
So yeah, if you run, if you walk, you go 4. If you run, you go 10.
Okay.
If you sprint, you go 4 times it, I guess,
But
plus
you can
1.
run without
40.
like a charge, so you could still
You can
use
charge.
parry and run. I'm not charging. I'm
Correct.
parrying and run. Okay.
Parry and
that's-
run, yes. If you charge, which means you make an attack at the end,
right, then you don't.
but you could still charge 10
Yeah. Gotcha.
because it counts as a run.
Okay. Woo, that's just some strength on this level.
See, well, the other thing is flee is your movement attribute. It doesn't add 1 to your end result.
Right.
It's your movement attribute. It
Times
counts as
4.
So when I'm fleeing, I can add 3 then to
4.
Because you got to do the
Flee is
You-
times
yes.
4.
So I get another 4, so I get 20. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20
Yeah.
for a flee. If I'm full fleeing,
Flee's times 4, isn't it?
No, it adds 1 to your attribute.
one to
So
the
he would
attribute.
become
So
a
you get-
6 move while running away from combat.
The issue is flee. You have to be specifically running from an enemy, like trying to flee out of the zone.
It has to be.
And
that
it's
you
a
are
plus
run-
2 to your movement
It's a
stat.
plus
Plus
1,
1.
but he also has sprinter.
So
which gives him a
now,
+1.
and that's not to an attack. So now do they stack?
Well, yeah, but Sprinter would only apply if you run,
Right.
and Flee only applies, I thought, if you dash.
It says when your life is on the line and you are capable of impressive bursts of speed, your movement attribute counts as 1 higher when fleeing.
Yeah, you have to flee from
You have
combat.
to be.
Okay,
fleeing,
so if you're running away from combat, yeah,
It's
you,
a
could-
way
you,
faster.
you run a 12.
Which would have helped.
Yeah.
Before.
You run a 12
Yeah.
or you dash
Okay.
at 24.
Alright. Well, we'll just go with 1 for now. Because that's what
Mhm.
you can base off your strength.
Did you mark that buff one? I gave you buff one too.
I already got
So
one.
I could be running.
You get another one.
like
Get
yours
straight.
is-
Well, you're
Yeah,
already
I
I
don't
know
know.
it's- I'm never gonna use it.
Creatures like
Okay.
demons.
I made a
super
Okay,
cool.
then
Demons
I
would,
effectively
certainly.
I
sell.
actually thought about taking the
So I get 9 silver back.
I mean, think of it in terms of like a species,
Yeah,
Like, would undead follow
there's
under the
all
chaos?
this is add 1 flat to your
not chaos is too general.
Okay, now I need.
That's what I was wondering. Like,
Ca-
so would demons fall under undead?
And it
No.
gives me strength bonus, which would then
They
fellowship
fall
and will-
But you could be fear.
A ton of experience in this talent, then.
If I survive it.
Yes, but keep in mind, if it's a stacking talent like that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it only doubles
As high as I can get it.
if it's the same exact one.
Yeah.
So the first level of undead versus the first level of demon is both 100.
So you gotta
And then if you take a second level of demon, that one's another 200.
Okay, but So each one gives
That's
me
okay.
taking Fearless down gives me a +20 average test to avoid any
Gun does
fear
not.
effects.
Right, gives you a +20 versus
So
that
if
source of
it's
fear.
sensitive, it would be a +40.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What's your
I think it's probably subject to a maximum of your willpower bonus.
I have
Typically, that's how they're listed. It'd be some sort of maximum level. So you could, assuming you had a 5 willpower bonus, you could take 5 levels of it. It'd be horrendously expensive, but it'd give you a +100, making you
Basically immune.
you would be immune to fear effectively at a +100
But only to the one type of creature.
for the one classic creature. Yes.
45 plus 32.
That's how Slayers are. Slayers get a level 1.
30, 47.
Well, they get fearless anything.
That's
Yeah,
not bad.
they get fearless everything, so.
And that's with no
It's just
upgrades to
fearless
anything,
altogether.
Yeah.
5 points, that's a different class.
They don't get specified fearless, but they only get a +20. But then they could take it multiple times, and it's again fearless everything.
Well, I'm out of.
I mean, they want to die, so. Or
Yeah.
they want to kill.
Yeah.
I'm out of it too.
What would that Chaos Knight have fallen under? What category would he have fallen
I'm
under?
gonna go home and turn this
Probably
into
Demon?
something that's
Probably
really
corruption.
terrible.
Like,
I would probably classify that as like chaos forces, but yeah, chaos cultists probably. Yeah.
chaos.
And the
Cultists,
reason
yeah.
I asked is because I had that thing, he feared people, intimidated people, so I wanted to spin tell and be like, okay, I learned from that experience.
Correct. Well,
Yeah.
and just like the undead caused some fear,
Right.
and the
I was-
demons did.
Yeah.
Any of those are perfectly valid ones, but being not scared of undead won't help you with a demon.
Sure, fair enough.
So
But I wanted to specifically know what category he
Sure.
was in.
Which one?
Sure.
So,
chaos cultists, I would say.
cultist,
Breastplate metal and grease.
Okay.
Become a slayer.
Yeah.
They get fearless all.
Yeah, that's what we were just telling them.
1-5.
So, you guys have 2 weeks to the start of Carnival in Marienburg. What's his name? Forget his name now. Matthias is going to secure you coach tickets for 7. Is my understanding. He needs to know which coaching line you want to use. Okay. Now, the reason he's asking why it's important is because, again, this is a primary highway between 2 major cities. There are 3 coaching lines that compete on the route. They each have their own pros and cons. The most notable being any of the coaching inns have exclusivity contracts with different lines. So depending on which one you choose may make some influence as far as events along the way. Okay? To give you a little bit of background on them, as soon as I find them.
Subscribe to all 3.
If you want to buy tickets on all 3 coaches, Matthias will. You're certainly welcome to do so. He's only buying you 1 ticket. Okay.
Matthias.
Down to my dad. They're
Okay.
Hey Dad, these are copies that I already had,
Okay.
I will
just
build
for
2 more
in case
coaches.
future.
Okay. I'm not worried about them. They may show up later.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be 4 seasons because that's the one we started the campaign.
So when we show up next game session, my second week will be going to the next tier. Just want to point that out.
Yeah, that's fine. As far as I'm concerned, any training you guys want to do, it's all lumped into this time period. Okay, so you're good to go whatever level you can acquire with experience, cash, circumstance, and trappings. Okay, even if that's multiple levels in a career or whatever, we're just going to lump them all in together.
Okay.
Should I hang on to my
No, they're kinda
NPC
short this year.
characters?
Yes,
Okay.
because again, they may show up at a later point. Okay, the coaching lines. There is the Four Seasons coaches, Castle Rock coaches, and Ratchet lines.
Hatchet lines.
Okay. Four Seasons is known to be expanding rapidly into the area. Its coaches leave the depot in Altdorf daily for all parts of the Empire. As part of its expansion, the house is acquiring coaching inns along major routes for the exclusive use of its passengers. A coach departs for Middenheim daily all year round, leaving Altdorf at 10 a.m. Okay.
Too early, can't do it.
Castle Rock Coaches is based out of Middenheim, and is fighting hard to keep its share of the capital's route. It's made arrangements with many independent coaching inns along the way, and has blocked the efforts of Four Seasons to take control of several inns between Altdorf and Middenheim. Coaches leave from Middenheim every second day at 7 a.m. Okay. Ratchet Lines is the smallest operation,
Not looking good.
based in Altdorf like Four Seasons, though it's a much older one. Nobility tends to prefer the Ratchet Line because of its history and because their families have always traveled by that line. Okay. Under increasing pressure from Four Seasons, the line's coaches seem old-fashioned, a little shabby, but its employees pride themselves on the quality of their service, and it's billed as a exclusive and upper-class carrier with a slightly higher fee, typically. Okay. Its coaches do not depart according to a regular schedule. Those engaged by noble passengers leave as soon as possible, regardless of the hour. Others leave whenever all the seats are taken.
How many seats are in a
So,
coach?
The 8 people is how many they can fill completely.
I
Someone to come with us.
I see three. I see a distinct disadvantage for each three. The Ratchet is
I think we should
probably
go
going to get
Ratchet.
attacked by bandits, since it's mostly carrying nobles.
Yeah, but nobles have guards,
Yeah.
which makes them difficult targets.
So is this guy
You
now.
want to rob merchants, not nobles.
You have a guard?
Okay.
The first Four Seasons and the other one, I don't remember the name.
Castle Rock.
Castle Rock. They're at each other's throats.
Strong mind
So,
has one
that might
resolve.
become an issue.
Okay.
I have.
And
Strong mind.
yeah, we're just gonna wake up too early for it.
So like you said,
It-
Ratchet
it
Lines
gives
might
you
have a
one
better chance of getting,
Extra resolve, which is like a
Attack it?
fortune point.
but they
every day.
pride,
If we
but
kill
they
I think there's a
You're
maximum
right.
on it.
But they
You have to
pride
check the actual
themselves
count. There might be a max.
on their employees, which means their
It-
security
it's ju-
is
it's
gonna
just
be
like
better.
his-
They know they've got no
Yeah, it's just like his luck.
Okay,
It, get,
I
it,
feel like
it-
that,
it,
but you're right.
it's just like his
Yeah,
luck. He
attack.
gives him an extra fortune point every
But I
game.
feel like we could probably handle
You still get one.
Yeah.
So I still
Carter's
get one.
right.
Yeah,
because
you
I
don't-
have
get a
that talent.
reward.
Yeah. You get
Killing
one.
bandits.
You get one above your resilience.
I've had this talent for a
But
while.
how
and
much
I just
is the
totally didn't
is the
recognize
eighth
what
ticket
it was.
on Ratchet Lines?
I was thinking like
The
cool,
eighth
that if you
ticket?
have
So there's
plus five,
eight-
you
there's
like
8
willpower
spots.
bonus,
Mm.
but that
Yeah,
is
so
the
you're gonna
max.
buy the last ticket.
I'm just wondering how much it is.
Okay.
Buy the last
Um,
tickets,
Yeah,
so
I
it's
fuck this shit on
I like
the
leg
wall.
room.
Okay.
Well, he's providing one ticket for us.
One for each of us. Right, but there's 8 spots on the carriage, and then we gotta wait until it's full. Well, if I buy the last ticket, it's full, and we don't have to worry about stranger in there with us.
Good
Somebody
idea.
messing around.
Traveling
Maybe
by-
We can talk.
That's a good idea.
But don't you want a chatty Cathy noble in the cart with us?
No, the last time that happened, needed a.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Thada was kicked
if
her
you
out.
if you anger her and she shoots you in the face,
Him. He shot in the face.
Last time it ended up with Beastman killing people.
Let's see. It is a
long
350 or so mile journey. At 2 bronze a mile. What does that come out to?
600, 700 bronze.
That's like 4 gold.
Yeah. 12 gold. Divided by 12, 700.
It's 3
It's not
gold.
the same thing as that.
3 or 4 gold.
3 gold. Less than 3 gold.
Okay, I will. I'll buy the last ticket. It
Okay.
gives us a little privacy, and everybody has to know that's where my legs go. Comfort, stretching out.
I shall buy this seat.
That's right.
Who's gonna sit there?
Just so you
My
know,
feet.
That
That's
10
right.
gold that you passed me, that
My
roughly
crying
covers the
4-year-old.
longbow.
Yep.
Even though it was a gift to you,
did I
that
end up finding
more than
any-
covers it,
getting any
and
info
I spent
over
that
the
to get
week?
a bow.
Oh,
because I need a bow to be a guard.
no,
Get all your arrows.
Yeah,
not really.
I already spent money on
Most of the talk really is
24.
over recent events south of Altdorf. That seems to be the majority of it.
it. I
Over the
also
course of the
used
over the course of the week or two, some of the talk turns towards forgetting those events and switches to discussion of Carnival.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, now just so you guys have a sense of this, like I said, it's sort of like a Rio level sort of thing. It's a carnival that occurs once every 5 seasons, and pulls people from all across the world, not just the Empire.
Gonna be a bloody festival.
Okay, all centered on the city of Middenheim, and so forth. Could be, especially those rat-headed ones.
I know.
Before we do leave,
Huh?
I am checking the boards and the guild of my bounty hunters.
Okay.
See if there's anything in particular between here and Middenheim I should be looking for to, I don't know, collect some cash.
That's not.
Okay. There is.
No point putting it in pocket.
There is an old one, an old bounty.
Okay.
Looks pretty ratty and torn at this point. Referencing a search for the Black Arrows and the capture of their leader.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
There are numerous miscellaneous bounties for bandits and things like that. I mean, you take note of them, and if you happen across something like that, then you'll have a relevance for it. There's just sort of standing bounties.
Okay.
There is a bounty for somebody by the name of Hans, accused of illegally press ganging citizens to serve in the Talabkland Wars.
Yeah.
Press ganging is a frequent, frowned upon, but not actively discouraged practice with the Empire.
Medieval necessity.
Right. If they can't get the recruit quota from a particular region, then the local soldiers tend to enforce it, and next thing you know, you're on the front lines. Okay. Apparently, there's at least one group between here and Middenheim that's acting along those lines, and there's a bounty for information leading to their capture, so that they can be brought to trial.
Well,
The
capture
group
alive.
that's doing
Capture.
the gang pressing.
Yes.
Is that all the bandits too? Captured alive? or-
No. There is a reward for bandits that are captured, and a lesser bounty if they're dead.
And what kind of proof do I need of fingers?
You would need authority as far as it. I mean, you'd have to have justification.
Okay.
So at your level as a bounty hunter, your word for the most part would be fine.
Gotcha.
Certainly a high priest of Sigmar.
Saying that happened. I don't gotta carry skulls or anything.
You don't. No, yeah, they don't really want to collect skulls.
Okay.
But if you say, yeah, these are legitimate bandits and we took them out, I mean, they'll do an investigation afterwards, and if they find out you're lying, then you're in trouble.
Right.
But otherwise, they'll take you at your word because of your station.
Okay. Cool. Wonderful.
That reminds me. Before my soldiers depart for the front lines, I
Yes.
want.
They bid you a tearful farewell.
Yes. I wanted to, not necessarily a very big party, but
We'll see you
give
soon.
them good luck,
Okay.
wish them luck, and
Okay.
hope they survive.
We hope so too. We'll hopefully be back in a few months.
He trained you well.
Yes.
That is great.
I don't know if you actually trained him or not. But.
Yes, I did. I did spend time with him, actually.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and buy whatever miscellaneous off-the-shelf stuff you need.
Yeah, I've already done that.
Okay.
Required. Now I have a spear.
Where's the bolter?
How much wooden or
You need to buy a
how much
bolter.
wooden
A
ornate
bolter?
helmet costs?
Fucking order
A
through the
wooden
train lunch.
ornate helmet.
I have metal.
A metal helmet, whatever a normal helmet is. They don't really make them that ornate.
Basically,
If
yeah.
you want a full, if you buy a full helm, they'll get fancy.
That's what we gotta get for
A helmet is a helmet functionally in the mechanics.
Well,
We need to get him a storm bolter.
we need
Yeah,
a
go
quality
with Sean.
Yeah.
A what kind of helmet?
quality
That's basically
helmet.
what my large.
Oh,
shield
okay.
is.
They don't have a markup for a quality helmet.
I'll assume that a standard off-the-shelf helmet is quality versus a beat-up, mangled helmet type
Oh.
stuff.
Alright.
So you need a new helmet versus otherwise. I understand there's quality is a different level in official Warhammer. In Rolemaster, there's no such modifier without getting really expensive, and that's not really appropriate. So, no. For first level or so forth, not. You get to 4th level, we'll talk.
Makes my
So, okay.
I can now
Well, it is a
train
fourth level
in
thing.
agility.
You need a quality helmet for 4th level.
that's all I need.
Are you at 4th level already?
No.
Possibly.
I'm just trying to get it.
Oh, no, then you don't need to worry about it yet. When you get to that point, let me know when you're close, and we'll figure out a quality helmet.
Alright, I have everything else
So
I need.
I have a riding horse and saddle.
Yes,
Can that just be?
you have
attached to the
already
back?
been trained,
Right.
so it's up to you if you wish to keep the riding horse and saddle. Now, it can be tied to the back of the coach and travel with you.
Okay, that's what I was getting at.
Yeah,
Can
they
I
don't-
still just sit and be comfortable inside?
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
good.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They're not going to force you to ride the horse.
Okay.
You have a ticket. You're welcome to do there. And having a horse trail behind you isn't unusual.
Right. That's what I kind of thought. So. Okay.
Okay.
I need to start saving up all my damn war horse back.
Okay.
Barney.
So you're taking the
Ratchet.
ratchet lines. When do you guys want to leave?
Immediately.
As soon as we can, really.
And so it's. I mean, we're gonna. How many stops?
You guys
do they
got 2
have
weeks.
And how many stops do they have along the way? Like.
It's about a 1-week journey.
Okay.
It'll stop multiple times.
Okay.
The typical schedule is a stop in the morning, and at lunch, and then in the evening again.
Did he say we
So-
had to transport the items too?
He hasn't given you the items yet.
So.
That's why I'm trying to figure out when you guys are leaving.
Final question on that with the ratchet lines. So ratchet leaves whenever.
Yes.
There's no chance of another one if something happens to this until
Correct.
they send it from either side. Just had that
Correct.
epiphany right there.
So
So
only one carriage?
No.
no, there's multiple.
It leaves on demand, not on a set schedule.
Whereas-
good.
No, because if something happens, we've seen these carriages be destroyed. And so Castle Rock leaves every second day at 7 a.m. and Four Seasons leaves every single day. So every single day,
There's a
carriage-
coach that runs by.
goes past.
I say we use that one.
So and that's the thing. That's where
But
I'm.
the problem is, if the carriage goes by, it's probably gonna have people in it.
Yeah.
It could. They don't leave, but they just leave at 10 whether they're full or not.
Correct.
They can have one person in there and they're gonna go.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
the Four Seasons is set schedule.
Okay.
Now the Castle Rock comes from Middenheim. It's based in Middenheim. It leaves every other day because they're trying to be a little bit more efficient.
So do any of them look like they have armed guards with them? Or
They
is it
have
just
a
coachman?
coachman and typically 2 guards.
Okay.
And Ratchet's got the most experienced people on the line, but at the same time, I mean, that just hit me in the middle of that. That is a
That's what I'm saying. There's
Yeah.
pros and cons to each one of these.
I trust your judgment on this, man.
okay. So I will go. I mean, if everybody else agrees, then I'll go with Castle Rock because I know we can survive for a day without having, if nothing else, help from
Well,
these
Yeah.
ones going back.
Do we want to get rations then, just in case we get stranded for at least a day?
Probably not a bad idea.
Probably a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll write it down and I'll grab some rations.
and I mean that could
It's a
sit
little
on.
out of the group fund, I guess.
Yeah, that's fine.
So whatever supplies you need, you can look at the map,
So what were you buying?
and it, like I said, it's a 6 to 7 day journey
Yeah.
along the road.
So as long as we're okay getting up at 7 a.m.
Right.
Are we going?
When does he
going
pay
north,
us?
like up to?
Or pay you guys?
We've already gotten paid.
and
Oh,
We
okay.
got 10 gold out of it.
Right. He's effectively paid you, but I mean fundamentally he's going to pay you when you guys pick up the package to
we
go.
just have
Yeah,
places
but
to
are we
stop
going
anymore.
on the river?
This is a
No,
a
no.
church
Go to
goal,
the carriage.
So
basically.
that
Yeah.
one, that road,
And then we get
that
enough
past my
on Dribble.
hometown.
Mine too.
This
This
is
isn't gonna be
Which
easy.
which
class.
of the 3 stops in Middleweg?
What?
Which of the stops stop in Middleweg?
Middle.
Middleweg is
W-E.
oh, that's your
per schedule the end of day 3.
End of day 3 for which
Middleweg,
line? All of them?
all of them.
Oh, they all stop in my home.
Well, because the coaches are based off of distance. They go about 60 to 70 miles a day, which is a long way on a coach.
They just have their own taverns in each town?
No. Each town has a tavern. In some cases, the town is nothing but a fortified coaching inn, and that's it in the wilderness. And each one has agreements with some or all of the lines. So if you get to one that you're on the if you're on the Castle Rock
And we get there
and you get to a coaching inn and they don't have an agreement, you guys are camping in the wilderness.
Gotcha.
haven't
That's why I kind of
heard
wanted
is
the
above
ratchet
there.
one,
Yeah.
because the nobles travel it. That means they have to have set.
My hometown is out.
They have arrangements, so it's always
More arrangements.
That's
yeah, more
over
arrangements.
here.
That was my thinking.
So we stay in the woods. Sounds great to me.
Oh.
I've got some of my prissiness, not enough.
Yeah, same here. Fuck that
Yeah,
noise.
let's stick with Ratchet, guys. Yeah, that's a good point. We'll stick with Ratchet
So
because I just want to make sure we stop in Middleweg.
Such a lazy
I want to see
Well,
if my family's still
And,
there.
and to that point, they will leave whenever you want,
Yep.
but fairly quickly they get into the same routine, and it's up at dawn,
And go
ride
get
for
as
10
many-
hours
right.
type
Get-
stuff.
Get as many miles in during
Okay.
the daylight.
does it
Yeah.
does it stop at Gut Huggle?
Gut Huggle?
The one just south of Middleway.
Huckle, right next to Brock.
No.
Oh, I won't get sitting there.
Now,
with family.
if you're on the ratchet lines, they will stop if you wish.
No, I
Okay.
can say hi to them
Now,
at
they're
home.
not going to stay there long enough that they miss getting to their destination that night. Okay, because it's like a bus. They got to get to Altdorf or Mindenheim on schedule. Okay, if you want to stop at an intervening village or whatever, they'll stop there. They might be willing to take 30 minutes or an hour somewhere, but if you want to stay longer, you're going to have to catch the next coach. Okay,
No.
tickets are non-refundable, so the coach goes on without you. You're buying tickets again on the next one.
But if it breaks down and they send another,
That's covered under the
okay,
coaching line.
Good. Okay. Yeah. Ratchet it is.
If it breaks down, that's fine. But if you voluntarily get off and stay behind,
Yeah.
you're on your own.
Okay,
So we've got everybody's got some rations.
So I need to buy.
So are you implying that we're gonna have the engineer break an axle or something and we need them to stay?
No.
We stop at this town. Break
I would
the wheel.
never
Break the wheel.
resort to such deviancy.
Okay, so I need to buy.
I know what I'm doing.
I need to buy.
Well,
Just,
and-
just like
And
5
keep in
6
mind,
days.
you guys just got your names cleared.
Yes,
Oh,
I
You
did
have
not
some
know that.
authority, and you can pull strings as a such. But once it starts getting around, if that's your plan, if you start abusing the authority,
No.
you're quickly gonna get right back in the same hot water you
Yeah.
had before.
No. It was
Not that the group would ever do that, but
exactly. Nope. We're good. Let's rock and roll, and everybody's got their rations, and you don't need it because you're enough.
I'm still
It's
gonna
coming
get
out of the fuck.
How many days of
Yeah,
ration?
but I need.
I figure 5. Wherever we end up, we'll be probably 4 or 5 days away from walk away from
So-
the next house
Okay.
if we had to. And I have a horse, so whatever.
okay.
See you guys.
So, you guys are planning to leave, I think, noon the following day?
Yep.
Is the plan?
Well, we need 10 hours, right? So let's leave at 10.
Like I said, within the first day,
Yeah.
they'll get on the regular schedule.
Okay. I
Okay.
just want to make sure we get to a town tonight, first day and get
Right.
on that schedule. Yep.
Okay. So, that morning, Matthias meets you. He has on a cart a 3-foot crate, basically a cube. Okay. Very sturdy crate, constructed of good quality wood, nailed shut on all sides, and all sides look like they have merchant seals on them. On the tag, there's a large placard on one side of it, labeled as, let me find what it is, with the address.
Live.
Golden gems.
Live and
Please do not smell.
That's what I was going to do.
Okay. That's
Once we got on the ray, I was going to start doing magic tests to see if it's
Mix
also not.
bottles of nitroglycerin.
I was more
Walk
more
that down.
thinking.
no full
I was-
friendship would sing something. You gotta be able to hunt.
It's just Tannerite.
Well, not everyone knows about the detection, keeping magic energies out with lead.
Common knowledge.
I feel like if you said it was a light crate,
It'd be common
that is
knowledge
really
for
heavy.
wealthy people. They would know all about that stuff.
well, that's why we don't
They
have
also
to
get
lift
all
it.
lead
If it was
plates
a-
too, so.
If it was a
That-
light crate, it wouldn't be lead lined.
It's in a cart.
Someone had to pick it up.
How many someones?
I don't
You
know.
tried to pick
I
it
was
up.
more thinking the warp stone we tried
Okay.
to stake out of the castle was in here.
The label on the side is addressed to a Captain Scarlock.
Or walk.
So anybody writing this down?
That's what I wanted to check.
Should be.
It is the address is Hoffenstrasse
I definitely don't know what's going on.
Hoffenstrasse.
Scarlet, Hoffenstrasse.
at the sign of the Crossed Keys, which would be the name of a tavern. Okay.
What was the address?
Hoffenstaff.
Hoffenstrasse at the sign of the Crossed Keys Tavern. Okay. He also
A handout.
gives you a sealed letter to deliver with it.
Oh yes.
Oh, let me read it.
Flips in half.
Okay.
Read and write.
I
He
knew
says
every-
payment and reputation upon safe delivery.
Outstanding.
The box is also labeled fragile, and an arrow labeled this side up.
Is that side up right now?
Yes,
Oh, good.
it is currently that side up.
They put it in backwards. Oh,
So
shit.
it's been strapped down
I
and
can't read
secured.
It's secured inside. Yes.
Okay.
Picking up the thing, you hear.
Was it secure when we arrived, or did we have to help him put on the cart?
Well, it's on a wagon when he rolls up to you.
Okay.
You guys pick it up. It's maybe 20 pounds. It's not particularly heavy. The box is probably a little heavier than
Do
that.
they have a
It's
tarp to put over it?
It's inside, right? With us.
well, there is a spare seat.
Right. I mean, put on the floor in between us. We can all put our feet on it.
That's why I wanted to check how heavy.
Yeah,
it
there's
was.
not enough room in the
If
coach
it
to
was
put it on the
heavy
floor.
or not.
The coachman is looking to strap it up on top.
Okay.
And yeah, they'll put a tarp over it just with all the luggage and everything else.
Yeah, I'd like to conceal it
As
as
soon as
much
they
as
start
possible.
putting it up on top, I'm just like, I shake my head. Why don't I'll give up my seat, put it there.
Okay. You're welcome to ride on the outside.
I'll ride on top.
Okay. And there's a spare seat if you want to ride with the coachman.
Alright,
And the two guards are on top.
I'll ride with the coachman.
Okay.
I could ride with the guards.
I'm gonna ride in my comfy seat.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And then
It's-
the
it's
whole
a-
time we're doing this, all I'm doing is keep an eye on our surroundings. I want to know who sees us, if there's anybody looking suspicious, all that stuff.
Give me a perception check.
Let me craft you some binoculars.
You realize you're sitting in a container with a bunch of.
I'm walking around things. This I don't care.
No, he's being smart. The rest of us are stupid.
Yep. I am.
I'm sleeping.
120.
Nothing bad could happen.
I just
I
don't
should
think
have
it
done that
matters.
private, right? So
That's fine. That's fine.
Either way.
I wouldn't go that far, but I mean,
It's why you got to travel rich. You get less road encounters.
I'm not sure if I need to ask you to do certain
For gold a person barge. It
I'm
worked.
not sure
You
how
got
to
that.
guard somebody.
Or you take a ride with a bunch
Just
of
don't let me get hit. That's
strangers,
fine.
and they get you to where you need to go
Okay.
safely.
Well,
The chance that you don't make it back.
I made it back.
Correct. You were lucky.
Yep.
Most Warhammer people would be like, sure, jump on. That's the last time you see.
Okay.
So reload 2 is every other round.
2 actions to reload.
Do you have the gunner ability?
Gun? No.
Gunner. No.
No.
I'm pretty sure that.
But I have a
increases
blunderbuss, and I was wondering how many it was.
Oh,
I get you.
Okay. So you guys load up the gear.
Yep.
After everything's secure, the elf's on the roof. Guards gather their stuff. Matthias waves goodbye, and the coach rolls out of town. You guys start the journey up towards Mindenheim, and we will stop here pending a response from Matt. Well, you're already on the coach.
Okay.
Yeah, they're heading out.
You hand that to George. I don't want to put this in my
Does
bag.
it make any? Does that ring the bells with me at all?
I've been keeping all the
I'm
other
an
documents.
elf.
You want me to
Oh, yeah,
I don't have any more.
No,
I'll put it in the
nothing from an elvish standpoint.
Darn.
I will.
You have plenty of time to communicate with the group while you guys travel.
Just
What I
it's
really care
closed
for
and
now
not
is
reopen until I come back
But I'll
in.
tell. I will
This is
approach
why
you
shine
and
a
say,
flashlight and look through
do
paper.
people with
Good luck with that.
And then you
a
see what
purple
comes
feather
up.
in their hat? Does that ring a bell with you?
You should also
yeah,
look at what
there's
the
a
stamp
group called the
is.
Purple Hand
Yeah, what
Yeah,
does
what is
the
the
that
stamp?
likes to
what does the stamp say?
try to assassinate
The stamp.
all the time.
That's
Yeah,
the
what
word.
does
Well,
that say?
they have an interest in the box.
The Purple Feather do, huh? Hmm.
It is a ship with 3 sails. It's a big, that's like galleon type thing. on it.
So
Ah.
can I?
Wow.
Can
The
I so
signet of
Coach has already left town.
yeah, no, with him telling me this.
Yeah.
We were leaving.
I would
So
explain that to the group.
My thought was that is there a connection that I would know with the bounty hunter side of things
That's right.
about
I'm a soldier.
the
Oh yeah.
the Purple Hand having other
I have 100
methodology of identifying themselves, like that purple feather?
You've never heard or seen any documentation whatsoever on a group called the Purple Hand.
Because I've never read it.
That's right.
I switched to a war priest.
No, even in your studies with different organizations, that it's never come up.
Gotcha.
George.
I just know I've seen them.
What, you guys are running all
You
the-
have, from a group, you have some
I didn't
association and some
soldier.
history with them,
But I didn't want to make.
but
a legion
they would be
of people,
the equivalent
so-
of a secret cult.
and I
Right,
wanted
so
to
they
give
wouldn't
them
Nope.
30 years
It-
of
it's like a
success,
Skaven.
so-
Gotcha.
Nobody knows they're there.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you playing as hybrids?
Just so you know, the whole group knows about this purple feather hat thing. Okay, I
Yeah.
told
What
you
are you
twice.
talking about?
So he was
There were
just
2 guys watching us. If they looked like they were gonna approach, then they pointed at the chest thingy and walked away. The only distinctive feature I saw was a purple feather in their hat.
which I correlated with the Purple Hand.
It's Yankee Doodle.
That's right.
Wasn't there a
God.
bounty out for some guys in the purple feather?
No, that was the
So,
Black
so
Arrow
shoot any
or-
Bretonians
no,
or
Black
get with
Arrow.
purple feathers.
Okay. So we'll stop here for the night and pick up next week. Now,